Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Has a throw to first, and that's your ball game. Union has won its first ever WPIAL championship.
There it is. Champions, the Static Lancers.
Strike three. The Union Scotties, golden once again.
One gold not enough. How about 2 district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers?
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner. It's poised for 3. Shot! Take time.
Going to throw again. Directing traffic. Going for the quarterback in the end zone. Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Back to pass, pump fake, looks, throws, long near side, got a man open! What can I call it? Good by Redline! The PIAA Steelers are your 2019 state champions!
It's the game that separates the men from the boys. It's happening right now.
Tonight on Sports Radio 96.7, we feature a region showdown as the Blue Devils host the Wilmington Greyhounds.
Our 2022-23 high school sports broadcasts are being brought to you by Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hermitage, carrying beyond prescriptions. O'Neill's Coffee, great taste delivered since 1951. Bill McCandless Ford in Mercer and Meadville. The Reinhardt's Agency, it's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better. Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client, and only the client in mind. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs since 1973. Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. St. Paul's and the Ridgewood at the Shenango Valley, a senior living community. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, banking but better. Turning Motor, Mercer County State, community-minded since 1911. Mancino's Driving School, where safe drivers start. Herman's Water, when taste matters. And Ohio Roofing and Siding. Fuel Regional Health Foundation, promoting a healthy community. Bay's Pub and Grill. Make it special, make it Bay's. English Auto in Grove City, specializing in southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. Community Counseling Center of Mercer County, helping individuals and families live healthy and fulfilling lives. And Flynn's Tires and Auto Service. Flynn's will get you in today. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season. Now, it's time to go to the field with our countdown to kickoff show with our game announcers, Mike Slazak and Bob Greenberg.
And good evening, friends. Good evening, fans, and welcome to Countdown to Kickoff here on Sports Radio 96.7, sportsradio967.com. Find us on our iHeart and station apps as well, and also on lcsportsnet.com. I'm Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. We are live from the Pines of McCracken Field in Sharpsville, Pennsylvania. And we have Wilmington and Sharpsville in our matchup tonight. The Sharpsville Blue Devils are coached by Paul Piccirilli in year 27, 7-3 a year ago. We'll take on the Wilmington Greyhounds. led by Paul's son-in-law. Brandon Fillion in year 5 at 7-3 a year ago. District 10 runner-up in 2A. Time now to bring in longtime broadcast partner Bob Greenberg. How you doing, Bob?
Doing wonderful, Mark Slazak. How you doing, football fans, here on this fantastic Saturday night at the Pines, McCracken Field in Sharpsville, as we have a primetime matchup between two of the Mercer County powerhouses, the Wilmington Greyhounds and the Sharpsville Blue Devils. The Family Affair, Part 7. Coaches Fillion and Piccarelli, of course, related father and son-in-law. This will be the 7th time they will have gone head-to-head in their careers, and the son-in-law owns a 6-0 record up to this point.
Will really be different today? The big question might affect the arrangement of the table on Thanksgiving dinner, if it's not. Who knows? We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to the coaches, and we'll get you set for Wilmington and Sharpsville tonight on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
My pride is more than taking it from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my Rigid on Ear Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your ear agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Ear insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Ear Insurance Company, Ear Insurance Property and Casualty Company, the Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania. Their Ear Insurance Company, New York, home offices Rochester, New York. Equal Opportunity Insurer.
Hello, Shell Restoration, may I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep, or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103. Or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it. Now, the snow's gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Countdown to kickoff is brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hermitage, caring beyond prescription.
Mark Slazak, Bob Greenberg back with you from the Pines in McCracken Field. Aaron Byro at the Cedar. Ryan Briggs with us. He'll be on live stats at ProfessorBriggs.com and also on video, LCSportsNet.com. So you got a little bit of everything tonight. A crowded booth, a big spread of food from Lock, Stock, and Barrel. A pretty nice night. Can't be much better than this.
Wow. There could be one more thing.
What do you need?
A great game.
A great game.
Okay.
And I think we will
just saying so far.
So far, so good, right? But yeah, let's add the great game to that as well. No doubt. And I think we have a really good chance for that. Last year, these two teams played a one-point game with a win for Wilmington. You mentioned it a couple of moments ago. Paul Piccarelli, Brandon Fillion, father-in-law, son-in-law, and we talk about that matchup 6-0 in the Wilmington favor. Sharpsville are feeling pretty good about themselves coming into this year and their chances tonight as well as their whole season.
Yeah, no question about that. And one interesting sidelight between the father and son-in-law. How many opposing coaches would be at a game the night before standing next to each other talking all night long? They both went to see Shannon and the Shannick last night, and they obviously stood by each other and talked. So that is interesting and unique, obviously, between these two. And you're right about Sharpsville, Mark. This is a team that a year ago at this time, they were going through a chaotic changeover in a co-op with West Middlesex, a lot of turmoil and a lot of adjustments. That is in the past. The co-op isn't in the past, but the chaos is in the past. they are back. They returned their really outstanding junior quarterback, Colin Summers, all-region wide receiver, Garen Levis. These two combined to be one of the top combinations and returning here in District 10. Yeah. Last year, Summers over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, included 272 yards and 4 touchdown passing game against Wilmington a year ago. And Levis, first team all-region, caught 28 passes last year, about 20 yards a catch. So no doubt, and you mentioned kind of the chaotic side. It wasn't that there was any friction, really, between this co-op of Middlesex and Sharpsville. It just happened so late last year. Pick, as mentioned earlier this year, how having these guys and knowing them all through the summer, as well as last year, has made things so much better than a year ago when things kind of happened at the last minute and the Middlesex players came here, the staffs kind of merged, had to put in the playbook, a lot going on, but a much smoother transition going into this season. And we should mention, I guess we didn't mention to start, that the one thing that's unique tonight versus the other games yesterday, this is a region game. This is a league game between two 2A teams, so a really unusual opening night league game, which has major playoff implications possibly down the road. Farrell, Sharpsville, Greenville, Wilmington in the 2A part of our Region 3 this year, Grove City, Hickory, Greenville, and Slippery Rock. So all those games count, but in 2A, a big matchup here with Sharpsville and Wilmington tonight. Mentioned some of the players. Pretty run-heavy team last year in Sharpsville. They lost Chris Roth, the 1,000-yard back. May look to open it up and try to throw more than they have in years past. And Coach Pick, and we'll talk to Coach Pick, talked to me a little bit before the game and talked about that tonight, throwing the ball more, which is going to put pressure on his offensive line and pass blocking, which is maybe more than they've normally done. And that's his major concern. Can they protect their quarterback? That line's led by Braden Scarvell, all-region center last year, shifted over to left tackle this year. Big kid, son of Tim Scarvell, was one of the great players, all-state player at Farrell. I expect big things out of Braden this year. No doubt, 6'5", 240-pound left tackle Braden Scarvell. We'll hear his name on both sides of the ball. Flip it over, we'll talk about the Wilmington Greyhounds. Wilmington 7-3 a year ago, District 10 runner-up a year ago under Brandon Philly. I've talked to Coach Flynn a couple times, and I talked about last year, how was last year, and in most circles, 7-3 District 10 finals would be a great year, and it was a good year for Wilmington, and Coach said, hey, 2 of our losses were to Farrell, and we lost to the Liberty Benton team on 48 hours notice. We had to travel 4 hours. So overall, he thought it would be a very good year. The team improved. That's his gauge. Did the team improve? They did. They returned some key players from last year. They lost some key players. It's I don't know if it's a rebuilding year here in Wilmington, but this is one of the younger teams that we've seen in Wilmington for a few years. And last year, this group, a huge amount of these starters were sophomore starters a year ago. So even though we're looking at a team that's laden with juniors, only 4 seniors on the squad, this is a team with some experience. It's a scrappy team, not as big along the lines that we've seen Wilmington teams in the past, but that doesn't necessarily work against you in the wing T type of offense when you can use quickness along the line to move, set the traps, do the blocking, all those things. So it could pay to their benefit being a little bit smaller in line, but then adding that quickness and that experience that they bring back this year. Coach said everybody listens, everybody's coachable, everybody's enthusiastic, and this is their every day. He likes that a lot. Wing T offense. They return the quarterback just like Sharpsville in Tuff McConaughey. The junior passed for 720 yards, 9 touchdowns last year. Experience invaluable. As a sophomore coming in, taking over the team, and no question, you imagine he's much more comfortable as a quarterback this year than he was last year. Luke Edwards was the bell cow running the ball over 1,000 yards a year ago. Another 500 from DiCaprio. Those guys are gone. Ben Miller, Tyler Mickelin, a couple of guys that will see some significant time running the ball. Lost big Braden Pennywell along the line last year, but returned a couple of experienced guys along the line in Rocky Serafino and Carter Horkovy. A year ago, these two teams played in week 6. Sharpsville led 21-0 before Wilmington came back to beat them 28-27 in that game. Colin Summers threw 3 touchdown passes in the first half to Garen Levis. Had a huge game, but the Hounds came back to still win 28-27. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from the coaches, Paul Piccarelli of Sharpsville, Brandon Philly of Wilmington. Stay with us. Countdown to kickoff continues here on lcsportsnet.com and your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7. 6-7.
Are you someone who has a bowl filled with medicine bottles? Discover the safe, secure, and Ask your healthcare provider how to schedule your in-home appointment today and start to live a healthier and happier life. Medicine Shop Pharmacy on East State Street in Hermitage or online at hermitagems.com.
The separation of service from employment will often present these options. 1, a rollover. 2, leaving the plan. Or 3, cash out. To explore your options, please call Dave Cashdollar or Tim Cashdollar at 724-458-5233 or stop by the branch office at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC, is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurance. Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, the Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania. The Erie Insurance Company, New York, home offices Rochester, New York. Equal opportunity insurer.
Countdown to kickoff is brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy.
Welcome back. Countdown to kickoff. Wilmington, Sharpsville tonight here Saturday night in McCracken Field. The Pines, Paul Piccarelli joining us here on our pregame show, and Coach, opening night, taking on Wilmington. Beautiful night for football. Just a couple of thoughts.
Well, I'll tell you, can't beat it. I don't like Saturday night games, but the atmosphere here is going to be unbelievable. I think we're going to have a huge crowd. And they're playing Wilmington right off the bat. That's exactly what I'd like. I don't like playing them in the middle of the season.
You've been coaching for a long time, 27 years here at Sharpsville. What keeps you coming back?
The kids. They make you feel young. They're great to be around. They make you laugh. They tee you off sometimes, but on the most part, it's them that keep me coming back.
A year ago at this time, you were going through the chaos of a co-op. You got to feel much more comfortable this year.
Well, the greatest thing this year is we had these kids most of the summer, and we've had a very good last 4 weeks. Well, last year we only had them for 1 week going into our first game, and it showed. We lucked out, but what a difference a year makes.
What did you like? What you saw in your scrimmage?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't see too much because Lakeview was kind of bland, so I like the toughness of the kids and how they pass blocked and how we needed to improve our run block game. But we competed, we played hard, and we went to the football, 11 guys to the football.
You're calling Summers back at quarterback. I'm sure you have high expectations for him.
Without a doubt. He's a kid that you just can't coach a lot of the stuff. He's just one of them quarterbacks. He's unique. And I'll tell you one thing, before he's done here, he could be in the top 1 or 2 of all time here.
What's the strength of your team in your mind?
Without a doubt, I think it's going to be our team speed. I know we've got a couple guys banged up, but definitely our team speed and calling, throwing the ball. If we can protect him, I think we're going to be exciting this year. And defensively, we have to use our speed to fly to the ball. So I'm thinking team speed overall.
What do you know about Wilmington? Besides who their head coaches?
Well, they're the same people every year. It's like you put them in a mold and they come out the same way. They're big, physical. They run their offense to perfection, and it's every year. If you look back 35 years ago when Terry saw them to now, they do the exact same thing. So they're going to be tough to stop all the time because of the way they run the ball, but hopefully this year it turns out a little bit better than last year.
Who are your grandkids rooting for today, their father or their grandfather?
Well, when they're with me, they root for me, and then when they're on their side, I root for them. So they just want to see both win. My granddaughter says, I hope both of you can win. I said, that's not possible, but if you want to have a good Christmas, you better hope I win.
What's going to be key tonight for Sharpsville 2 then?
Without a doubt, I know you say turnovers a lot, but we're going to probably put the ball up in the air a lot. So pass blocking is going to be the key number 1, and guys catching the ball. We've been doing it for the last 5 weeks here, and if we keep it up
like we showed, then I think it's going to be a pretty nice night. Coach, best of luck. Thanks, Bobby. Paul Piccarelli, head coach of the Sharpsville Blue Devils, will come back. More countdown to kickoff. It is Wilmington Sharpsville tonight. Sports Radio 96.7.
You can ski on it, watch the sun set behind it, bathe in it, swim in it, cook with it, or seek refuge and solace beside it. But the most refreshing water has a very particular label on it.
Hermes Water since 1908. Here's spring water that can be delivered to your office or home for free online at hermeswater.com. Hermes Water, when taste matters.
Kickstart your summer with one of O'Neill Coffee's delightful new refreshers. These light and fruity drinks are made with all-natural, plant-based caffeine that will keep you going all day without the crash. Available either shaken or frozen in 5 amazing flavors. Also, be sure to check out O'Neill Coffee's large selection of gifts for all the dads and grads in your life. From gourmet coffee blends to mugs and cold brew makers, O'Neill Coffee has all the things they love. 14 Fair Street in beautiful West Middlesex. Open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 8 to 1.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Countdown to kickoff is brought to you by the...
Come back, countdown to kickoff. Wilmington, Sharpsville tonight. Opening weekend at the Pines in Sharpsville, McCracken Field. Brandon Flynn joining us. And Coach, opening weekend is special enough, but to come here to open up the year is even more special. You know, it really is, opening night of high school football in western Pennsylvania. It's almost synonymous to the word holiday around these parts. And, to contribute to the excitement, here we are. Bob Greenberg, Mark Slazak with us on the call. It just makes it even extra special. And, coming up here to the Pines, this is the Sharpsville, team. It's not just a good football team. It's a proud program. It's such a rich tradition on the gridiron. To have a matchup of this magnitude with this type of playoff implications week one, I think just, like we said, opening weekend's always special. It's just kind of like the cherry on top here on a Saturday night in Mercer County. I'm sure it's been a little bit easier in the off-season, preparing for week one, or maybe other years, maybe having a non-league game with not much meaning to it, but this game has a lot of meaning. Sure, we've gotten your kids' attention. Oh, it most certainly has, and that's one of the things, to your point, Bob, all summer long, we talked about, hey, we can't, we can't go backwards, or we can't have a lull. We've got to grow and improve and get better every time we're on the field together, because we know what's waiting in week one. There's no easy way into the season with a non-region, non-league matchup. I mean, here we are, not only is this a region game, but this is a region game against a 2A opponent with, I hate to say this in week one, but truly major playoff implications on the line. As you look at your team coming off another successful year, maybe not as good as you hope, but still pretty good in those corners. Is this rebuilding or reloading in your mind? Well, I think you go back to last year, you finished the campaign at 7-3. 2 of the 3 losses to it was just an outstanding, fair football team. And then the third loss to a Liberty Benton team, 4.5 hours away, big score in Ohio, and 48 hours notice. So I think that every year, you come out, your goal, as a coaching staff is to take the team and reach your full potential. And I really am proud of what we accomplished last year. I do think that we reached our full potential. The one thing, to your point, your second question is this rebuilding, is it reloading? One thing that we're fortunate, we don't have a lot of seniors on the roster. We have a lot of returning starters. You go to the District 10 semifinal game last year against Northwestern. We had 7 kids that started that game, returning to this year's football team. So even though it's not a senior-laden team, it's a team that did gain a lot of experience last year. So, for that reason, I would really describe this as more of a reloading than a rebuilding for us here at Wilmington. What was the evaluation of your scrimmage? So I'll tell you what, Bob, as you know, Louisville's an outstanding football team. That's a team that played into the state playoffs a year ago. They returned 10 out of 11 starters, so they were a very, very tough scrimmage opponent. And, when you watch the film, I thought we really had our own. I thought we played right with them. I thought our kids competed. They played hard. So, I think that sets us up very, very well here in our week one matchup. What's the strength of your team in your mind? Well, I think for us, the strength, really is probably the skill positions. I mean, you look at the guys that we returned a lot of starters at those skill positions, guys that not only played last year, but were key players last year, sophomores and juniors. Now they're a year older, they become seniors, they become juniors. So, one thing I've learned here in football, and you've been at this so long, you know this as well, that there's no substitute for experience. That experience is really worth its weight in gold. And I think the fact that, at the skill positions, we were able to get that experience last year, I think sets us up well for this season. A couple thoughts about Sharpsville. You know them very well. You know their coach very well. I know they have some talent. A couple of concerns. Yeah, I'll tell you what. The first thing to me, whenever you play a Sharpsville team, what stands out to myself and our staff is just how well coached they are. Coach Pick and his staff do a great job year in, year out. They're so sound with their techniques and their fundamentals, and they're so well coached schematically. You see things on film and you prepare for that, but you also know that on both sides of the ball they're going to come out with some wrinkle that you haven't seen that you're going to have to, scramble in game to make the adjustment to and to figure out. So to me, the first thing I think of when I think of Sharpsville is just how well coached they are on both sides of the ball. And then, it's a proud program. These kids, year in and year out, they play hard. They're physical. They're tenacious by nature, and it's kind of just, it's kind of in their DNA here in Sharpsville to play a physical brand of football. Certainly that physicality, but then to your point, Bob, there's definitely a lot of athletes out there. We saw firsthand last year, we played them, just how explosive guys like Colin Summers and Galen Levis can be. So those are guys that are certainly on our radar here tonight as we get set to get ready to kick this thing off. Seventh time to face your father-in-law. How's Chelsea doing, and who the grandkids rooting for? So this is always a fun week at our house. Any time that we play this game, the kids will be here. They've got a shirt on that says Team Daddy and Team Papa. So the kids will be here. Chelsea will be here. But I think that Coach Pick and I have so much respect for each other. Not just on the field but off the field. We've got a great relationship. So it's something that we have fun with. And at the end of the day, I think that we're both fortunate. Me to have a father-in-law and to have a son-in-law who we both have this common interest in this common love in the game of football. So I think at the end of the day, it's something that both enjoy about one another. Coach, best of luck tonight. All right, Bob, again, on behalf of myself, our coaching staff, our team, our players, our school, and our community, thanks to you and Mark Slazak for being here. Opening night's always special. A little bit more extra special with you guys in the house, so thanks so much for your coverage tonight. Appreciate it, Coach. Best of luck. William Flynn, head coach of the Wilmington Greyhounds, will come back. Penalties, roofing, and siding, starting lineups, and the kickoff. It is Wilmington Sharpsville tonight, right here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Bottles. Discover the safe, secure, and convenient way to take your medications from the medicine shop in Hermitage. With Scripties RX, your meds as easy as 1, 2, 3. The medicine shop in Hermitage provides you with the industry's best solution to manage your health and medications. For more information, contact the medicine shop in Hermitage today or ask your healthcare provider how to schedule your in-home appointment today and start to live a healthier and happier life. Medicine Shop Pharmacy on East State Street in Hermitage or online at hermitagems.com. English Auto in Grove City specializes in selling vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
Is your car loan too expensive? Would you like to lower your rate on your monthly payment amount? Refinance and save now at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. The sooner you refinance, the more money you save. And for a limited time, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100 cash for every loan you bring to them. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or online at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking but better. Equal opportunity lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Social Security program allows you to start receiving benefits as soon as you reach age 62. The question is, should you? Monthly payments differ substantially depending on when you start receiving benefits. The longer you wait, the larger each monthly check will be, up to the age of 70. To review your Social Security benefit options, call Dave Cashdollar or Tim Cashdollar at 724-458-5233.
or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Weinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
It is a festive atmosphere here at Sharpsville tonight. I'm Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg, getting you set for Wilmington and Sharpsville. We've got a huge crowd. It really reminds me of the old days when Sharpsville was the Saturday night game in the county. Everybody else played it the other night. And even though Pick's been here forever and said, I don't really like Saturday night, you gotta love this atmosphere that you have for this game tonight. Yeah, there's no question. It is a spectacular night weather-wise. Stadium is packed. And we're hoping to see a great finish to the opening weekend of the 2022 high school football season. And it's time now, Bob, for some starting lineups as the captains are getting together to center field, and we are just moments away from this one. Sharpsville will wear blue today, head to toe. Got a white helmet. They've got some red outline that ties into the co-op with West Middlesex. The red and blue S on the side, and they wear many of them red socks as well. Wilmington will be in a white uniform. They've got blue numbers outlined in gold, a blue helmet with gold trim. Wilmington won the toss. They have deferred, so Sharpsville will have the ball on offense. Mark Slazak. So our Sharpsville offense looks like this. Quarterback will be Colin Summers. Braden Summers will be at fullback. Killian Whalen, Dalton Byerly, Christian Snyder will see time in the backfield. Blaze Campbell at tight end. Garen Levis the wideout. Reagan Scarbell, Kevin McCullough, Brian White, Josh Myers, and Nick Bell, the offensive line. Wilmington, the Houndhammer defense. The ends are Rocky Serafino and Aiden Gardner. The tackles are Carter Forkavy, Willie Moore. Linebackers, Michael Crastina, Ben Miller, Tyler Mickelin. Cornerbacks, Davis Fanko, Ty Milliron, Buddha Book, and Tuff McConaughey are the safeties. When you look at these teams, you've got a little bit more experience senior-wise on the Sharpsville team, but a young Wilmington team played a lot of sophomores last year, and you heard Coach Brandon Finnegan talk about that. So even though they don't have the senior-laden squad, they do have a very experienced team coming in. We mentioned earlier, last year a 1-point Wilmington win in the matchup Wilmington and Sharpsville. The sun's still creeping onto the field a little bit here from the 25-yard line into the end zone to our left. Mostly shaded after that. And we are just about ready to go here for Wilmington and Sharpsville. Did mention to you that we are streaming live on lcsportsnet.com. Videos. Thanks, video streaming as well. Thanks to James Dotson and his crew out here this evening, and then also live stats at ProfessorBriggs.com. Ryan Briggs on the keyboards.
Waiting on the chain gang. Jay, I'll get the...
They're waiting on the chain gang. We have a chain gang delay. Is that possible? Perfect. First game for everybody on that end. Not for us. We did one earlier. But we wait.
Waiting on the chain gang?
The chains are here. They're low, but yeah, we need the workers. And if we don't get it going in a couple minutes, I'm going to send Ryan and James down there. And if those guys, you guys could run the... No, I want you to do it. I already have the headsets on. You guys go do the chains. I have done this 36 years. I've never seen this before my entire life. Hey, you know what? We talk about this a lot on the baseball side of things, and why you should still watch the Pirates even if they're not playing well. You never know what you're going to see, and it's not just baseball, it's all the sports. You just never know what might be coming. I mean, the chain gang, it's not like they are sitting down at Thelma's right now saying, okay, we have a game tonight, it's 7 o'clock. I think people might actually be volunteering out of the crowd right now if they need somebody to go, or people they're looking up to the upper level press box to say, hey, who's on the chains? And it was almost like you needed everybody in the sidelines and the stands here on the near side to look up above us and say, hey, we need this. And right now, there's still some... I don't know if they are the designated chain gang members, but 3 gentlemen are running onto the field. This is my play-by-play of the chain gang coming onto the field. And this may have just even been a ploy by officials, Bob, to make sure the game does not start early and they have to deal with your radio and Twitter wrath and rants if any time a game starts early. They set you up. We're ready to go, just about. There are members on the chain, so now we just have to kick this ball off and get ready to go. And we will be a 3-minute delay. Briggsy, put that in your game notes, a 3-minute delay. Lays Campbell, Braden Summers set to return the kickoff from James Winters. James has this ball teed up and we are ready to go. Wilmington in the white, Sharpsville in the blue from the Pines on the Kraken field. On the kickoff, we'll drive Campbell down about the 2-yard line, 10, 15, and the head hard and goes down short of the 20. Almost a clothesline type tackle at about the 19-yard line. And that was Carter Horkovy with a big-time hit to set the stage here for the first offensive possession here for Sharpsville. Colin Summers comes from the sideline to quarterback this Sharpsville unit. We'll send Levis out wide to the right side. Whalen there as well. And now they'll both switch and go to the left side. The wing on the right side is Snyder. Motion now Levis. Snap and a pitch to Levis. Levis cut back to the 15, running laterally outside to about the 20-yard line. Will be pulled down there. Not much room there for Levis. Ben Miller makes the tackle. And that's a little wrinkle in the Lenny Grandy offensive scheme. No good on the play. To be second down and 10 from the 20-yard line as Sharpsville moves right to left here in this first quarter of action. And then we didn't mention our pregame. You saw a little bit of it with Winters from Wilmington. Both teams have great kickers. William Campbell on the Sharpsville side is a big-time kicker. To the near side, William, to the far side, Levis. Snap to Summers. Hands off to the fullback, Braden Summers, his brother. They got it up the middle, too close to the 25-yard line. We'll set up third down and long. And Ben Miller in there on the tackle again. So, Coach Paul Piccarelli talked about throwing the ball more while they're potentially in a throwing situation here at third down and 5. Opening drive of the game, packed house here at McCracken Field. And Ben Miller, he mentioned on that tackle, second team all-region linebacker a year ago. We go to a spread set here, empty set. With 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for Colin Summers, and 3rd and 5 from their own 24. He'll take the snap. Look near side, pass on a sliding catch made by Levis, but he had to go to the ground to catch the ball, so he'll actually lose yardage back to about the 23, maybe right at the 24, but at the very least it's a no gain, as he had to go down to the turf to catch the ball, and in high school football there is no getting out. So give him a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be 4th down in a punting situation for Sharpsville. And give credit to Aiden Gardner. He had pressure up the middle on Summers and really forced him to throw that ball early. So a big-time first stop of the game here for the Wilmington defense. Campbell set to punt it away. A high punt. Buda Book will make the catch. He get hit immediately and down to the 40-yard line. Right away on the play, Jaden White. No gain on the return on a high booming punt from Liam Campbell. We just talked about Campbell, and he boomed one there. Yeah, 37 yards on the punt, but plenty of hang time as well. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wilmington. Wilmington offense, we'll get that real quick. We'll get you Tuck McConaughey at quarterback and Buda Book out wide left. Wings to each side, and we've got a flag. And Sharpsville looks like we're off sides. To give us time to do the Wilmington offense, the center is Jacob Coulter, a freshman. The guards are Willie Moore and Carter Horkovy. The tackles are Rocky Serafino and Will Bruckner. Tight end is Michael Krastina. Split end is Buda Book. Fullback is Ty Milliron. Halfbacks are Ben Miller, Tyler Mickelin, and the quarterback is Tough McConaughey. Sharps on the defensive side. McConnell, Whalen, Knight, Levis, and Summers are defensive backs. Blaze Campbell, Christian Stutter, your linebackers. Scarvell and White, the tackles. Braden Summers and Charlie Cornejo are your defensive ends. First down and 10 and a pitch. And it's Milliron, and as he turns and gets the pitch, he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Who was that player? Big-time defensive play there. And may have lost a yard there after the penalty. Brian White, the 5'9", 240-pound junior. I think he did lose a yard. Put the ball back to the 45-yard line. And we've got problems here. Officials waving their arms. We've seen a little bit of this yesterday. Just everybody kind of trying to get into mid-season form, and now it looks like actually a player leaving the field. It's because of an issue. They sent 53 off the field, Will Bruckner. And I don't know what the issue was, but they said he had to come out. So Bruckner has his helmet taken off, so he had to leave the field for one play. And no one's come on for him, which is the oddity of that. If he had to leave the field for a play, then you think someone would be immediately in to replace him. They are working on somebody on the sidelines here, trying to get some equipment on, at least some shoulder pads, it looks like. They're switching numbers maybe for somebody. That could be that. Now he's going to delay a game. That's maybe what they had to do, was try to switch a number. Aiden Gardner is listed as 27 and is 64. And I think that's, he was pulling on 64, so kind of oddity. They had to let Bruckner out for a play because of the helmet situation. They have to set out a play. And then Gardner had to switch numbers from 27 to 64. Brandon Fillion is out on the field looking for an explanation as this game has come to a stop. I don't know if Coach Fillion just wondered if they never should have had the delay penalty or not. And he's indicating, at least by his hand gestures, that the back judge was never signaling anything, that the play clock was in. I think that's maybe something he was looking at as well. He said, hey, nobody put their hand up. How do I know a play clock is even running? Because there was an equipment change or a player change with that even play would have been set. And we still have more discussion about where we play. No, they're gonna flag them. And I guess the thought is, okay, there's a equipment issue or a helmet came off. Does the play clock start when that happens? And apparently it does. So now it's back to 2nd and 11 from Wilmington's 40-yard line. So Book is out wide to the right. Miller is a wing on the right side. Wing on the left side is Milliron on the play. Milliron in motion, takes a handout, sweeping right, but back at the 40, only to the 41 before he's brought down there on a short gain. Well, maybe a yard there at best. And a bunch of players there. Killian Whalen was one of them. Mickelin, I should say, on the carry. Mickelin from that left end. And Mickelin will get just a yard. It's 3rd down and 10. 8:52 to go, first quarter. No score. 3rd down and 10, Wilmington on their first possession. So kind of an unusual start here. We had the missing chain gang and then a couple weird plays here on the Wilmington side. Ty Milliron will run late off the field, be replaced by Franco Davis. 3 receivers and a tight end in the set. Book in motion to the left. McConaughey rolling to his left. And he looks, and he runs. And he's got 5 yards, and bang, out of bounds near the sideline. Some flags come in. He's short of a first down, and we'll see what the flags are about. He got about 8 on the play, needed 11, but there's a flag, as you said. And it's going to be against Wilmington. The Sharpsville coaching staff, even though it would be 4th down here and about 5, are going to say move him back. Looks like the flag sits about the 46-yard line, so they're back from there. Spot foul on the hold. Second flag of the series here for Wilmington. We'll put them back to their own 36. It'll be 3rd and 15 now. They step off the 10 to the 36-yard line. Miller will split out wide to the left side. Miller and Mickelin, the backs in the set. Christina, tight end on the right side. So third down at about 15, back from the 36-yard line. Under center, McConaughey. And they'll turn and hand off to Miller. Miller, left side, will dive across the 45, reach out to midfield. He's close to a first down. Another flag comes in at the end of the play. Miller with the run about a yard short of the first down on the run on 3rd and 15, picks up about 14 and a half. And now we'll see what the flag is. They're definitely going to be short, but a big run there. Good blocking on the left side from Miller at a nice hole.
I've lost you completely again, Ralph.
But there's a flag came from the backside, from the behind the Sharpsville defense. So it might be a dead ball foul. It is dead ball, personal foul against Sharpsville. So this will be a first down for Wilmington. So on a run by McConaughey that left them at about, that would have been about a 4th and 5. They decided to go back, take the penalty, move them back. Miller gets about 14 on the run and then add 15 more on the penalty. And it's first down to the 36-yard line of Sharpsville for the Greyhounds. Yeah, a lot of excitement, energy in this stadium tonight, and that's a huge penalty. It would have been 4th and 1. Wilmington may have went for it anyways, but still they got a first down, and that could be one that could haunt Sharpsville here down the road. Franco and Miller will split wide to the right side. Christina tight left. He's got Budabuk just outside of him. One back in the set is Mickelin, and there's a shotgun here on 1st and 10 from McConaughey from the 36-yard line of Sharpsville. It's a handoff, and running the ball to the left side is Mickelin for a short gain off left tackle. Yeah, maybe about a yard there for Mickelin. As Wilmington forced 3 and out for Sharpsville. They on their first possession, now down to the Sharpsville 34. 7:05 to go first quarter. We have no score. Wilmington does not huddle.
6th play of the drive.
6th play of the drive here for the Greyhounds. 2 receivers right, 1 left wing to the right side, and a handoff up the middle. And again, it's Mickelin driving off the right side and out to about the 29-yard line, setting up 3rd down and long. Christian Snyder, the 5'11", 180-pound senior with the tackle there. And now a big 3rd down coming up for the Greyhounds on their 7th play of this possession. McConaughey will run all the way over to Coach filling in for the play call. Got a couple play signalers over there. You got green fluorescent gloves and hats for a couple of play signalers beside the coach filling in the fluorescent orange hat. 3rd and 7 from the Sharpsville 31 for Wilmington. McConaughey back to pass, rolling right, looking, firing, and juggled and dropped. Look at a shot at it around the 22-yard line, could not hang on. And then hit hard there to make sure he could not make that catch. It'll be 4th down. I think that was Calvin McCullough, number 21, with the nice defensive play there, the freshman. Good breakup. So now 4th down and go time, it looks like, for Wilmington. Time McConaughey to the sideline, goes about halfway. Coach Filling comes on a couple of yards on the sideline to call the play. Book will be a wing, actually now wide out to the left side. Wing T set, motion behind McConaughey, fake handoff, looking for a screen left. Nobody over there. Now Bonnie does throw it late. It's caught by Mickelin, and he gets hammered. Immediately knocked out, and there on the play, Christian Snyder to blow it up. And give credit to Braden Summers there. He was in the backfield, and really, he was able to keep Mickelin from getting out into his route. So a turnover on downs in the 4th down play, give the ball back to the Blue Devils with their 2nd opportunity. Actually, that was 3rd down. Actually, not a turnover on downs. I'm sorry. That was 3rd. Now 4th. No, it was, right? No, it was turnover on downs. I'm getting crossed up by the change. The change, it is. It's a turnover on downs. We're now set over there, and we're good. And now here we go. 1st and 10 for Sharpsville at the 38-yard line. 2 receivers left. One right, Summers in motion. Colin Summers now back to pass, looking, firing deep over the middle. It's incomplete. And through the hands of Braden Summers. And then he got hammered as well on the incompletion. A big throw up the middle there, seeing Summers' strong arm and to his brother. And brother got hit big time as he caught the ball. Incomplete. So it'll be a second down and 10 from their own 38 for Sharpsville. Moving right to left, 5:52 to go in this first quarter of action. Levis is out wide to the right. Blaze Campbell comes near side with Whalen as well. And the snap dropped by Summers. He's going to turn and try to run it up the middle, and not a lot of room. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll see if they spot him or any more than that, maybe a yard on the play. So mishandled snap there by Colin Summers, the quarterback, and then just bailed on the play right up the middle for just the 1 yard. And there was a couple hounds there, Ben Miller among others. So another third down now. Sharpsville looking for their first down of the game. Dalton Byerly in the game, he's wide left. Got 3 receivers now left, 1 receiver to the right. And that's Levis. Shotgun for Summers. Takes the snap on third down and 9. Looking near side, flips it out in the flat. Caught by Byerly. Makes a man miss. 40, 45, 50, sideline 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, and bang, out of bounds. A big gainer. But a great move after the catch by Dalton Byerly. And there's no flags. Great move. And there is a flag. There's a flag right at midfield. This could be one of those crackback blocks. Sharpsville fans are not happy in front of us. Officials talk it over right now, but looks like this one is definitely coming back. Legal block by Sharpsville. Byerly just into the game. They threw just that little wide receiver screen. Made one nice quick move. Got around that sole defender, got a huge block on the wing to turn the quarter. And I think that's might be they have that new rule now that is kind of a tough one, because well, it wouldn't have been that block, because that would have been at the 35, like they peel back block. So the other block just a little bit downfield. I enable him to hit the corner, unless there was another peel back block that you saw on that side. But out to about that 50-yard line, they marked back from the 50 to the 40. So we're back to third down, and it's third down and 8, back to the 40-yard line. Boy, a huge play all the way down to about the 15. Negated here for the Blue Devils. 4 wides in the set. Summers back to pass, looking left, tucks it, runs it, 40 and out to the 45 before he's gathered up from behind. I was able to drag him down was Rocky Serafino. And it's going to be a 4th down situation near midfield. I expect Sharpsville would go for it here. Now, Coach Piccarelli talked about could his offensive line do a good enough job pass blocking here tonight, and they decided to punt here, at least run the punt unit out there. And they got some pressure on him that time, forced Summers out of the pocket and then forced him to scramble. Looking Miller will drop deep. All-region kicker punter Liam Campbell is on. And he will punt it. And it is high, but it is short. And everybody getting out of the way, it takes a nice bounce and then fielded by Sharpsville's Killian Whalen. Actually, maybe Whalen would have been better off to let that go. And he might have got a couple more yards on the bounce. Not sure which way it would have went, but maybe an opportunity. But instead he grabs it at the 26-yard line, and that's where Wilmington will take over. Now, so a huge penalty would have been about a 45-yard pass completion or so, and it was negated because of the illegal block. The line is going to split out wide to the left. Fullback, actually 2 backs in the set now for Wilmington. In Mickelin and Miller. And here's the turn and the handoff. Left side. And that was to Miller. 26, that's Miller. 26 and 29, so side by side in the backfield. That was Miller on the run. Got about maybe 3 on the play. Christian Snyder with another tackle. Middle will come wing to the right this time. Christina and Micklin on the left side book for wide out. 2nd down and 7 from their own 29. And McConaughey was under center and then got up to check the play, and then we had movement along the defensive front. I think we're going to not get an offside penalty against Sharpsville here. I believe you're right, at least where the flag is sitting, and it will be on Sharpsville. Their 4th flag here in the first quarter. Then McConaughey got down under center and then had it popped up to look for a play call or a change of play call. No huddles for Wilmington. With just McConaughey running over to get a play or signaled in from the sideline. Into a wing T set. So now 2nd and about 2 here for Wilmington at their own 34. 3:11 to go first quarter, no score. Miller is out wide to the right. Miller and Micklin split in the backfield, Booker wing to the left. Flip to Miller, left side, and nowhere to go. Going to lose yardage as you never turn that corner. And that was Colin Summers in the backfield there. And he came off the edge from his defensive back spot to that right side to make the play. Maybe 3rd down. Lost yardage on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 4. Speedy defenses on both sides of the ball have been apparent so far in this first quarter. We're scoreless. No question, the speed has been the key here on the defensive sides early in this game. Back in the set, Milliron. Micklin in motion, jumble the snap. This fumble is picked up by Sharpsville. Scarvell on the recovery on the bobble pitch. And the turnover goes to the Blue Devils. Yeah, just a little mistake in execution there by Wilmington. The pitch was a little bit high. And no chance. And Braden Scarvell with the fumble recovery. And Sharpsville with a big turnover will get the ball at the Wilmington 32. Wilmington turned it over on downs here last series. This time, a turnover. And Sharpsville in business at the Wilmington 32-yard line. Late running onto the field is Byerly. And he'll be out wide to the right. Levis to the near side with Whalen. Snap to Summers. Quick throw, near side, caught by Levis, 30. And banged out of bounds near the 31, actually the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The ball came out but was blown dead. So Levis with his 2nd catch of the game will get about, let's see where they mark it, maybe even 27. Almost 6 on the play, yeah. Colin Summers, 2-6. Well, actually 3 or 4. I got to get my sights in the right place on the Professor Briggs stats. 3 or 4 for 14 yards for Summers. 2 receivers left to the right on 2nd down and 5 from the 27-yard line. Summers in a shotgun. Will look to his right. Fires out in the flat to Braden Summers. Makes the catch. Makes a man miss. He's outside the ring line with 20. He's at the 15, still breaking tackles and working his way down near the 10-yard line. What a great move by Summers. Braden Summers. And he'll be marked down at about the 8, make it the 9. And that will be a 1st and goal now for the Blue Devils as they have entered the McCandless Ford Mercer and Meadville Red Zone. Blaze Knight checks in, Campbell checks out. Levis to the right side with Whalen. Byerly to the near side with Knight. Shotgun for Summers. Back to pass, looking left. And flips it out left flat to about the 11-yard line for Braden Summers. I think he caught it, but he caught it as he was sliding to the ground, so he'll lose a yard on the play. Yeah, that's not good. He actually may lose 2 yards. That looks like it's back out to the 11. A couple yards on the loss there. As we are under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Clock runs 33 seconds. 2nd down and goal from the 11-yard line. Levis to the right side with Whalen. Byerly to the near side with Knight. Shotgun for Summers. Takes the snap. Looking right. Looking end zone. Fires. Pass. Incomplete. For a moment, Levis had it. And it was McConaughey draped on him as well. Actually, 8 draped on him. That's Milliron to knock that ball away. Levis looking for a flag. Milliron was great coverage there. And in the hands of Levis, and then Milliron knocking it out. So it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 11. 12 seconds to go, first quarter action. No score from Sharpsville. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg, Aaron Byler back at the studio. Ryan Briggs beside us on live stats here from Sharpsville. 3 receivers are going to go to the right. Levis, the lone receiver, to the left here on 3rd and goal from the 11. Colin Summers, your quarterback. Fullback Braden to his left. And Summers, quick throw. Levis trying to make a one-handed catch of the 9, could not pull it in. And it's incomplete. And the field goal unit comes over. So a golden opportunity for Sharpsville to put 6 points on the board is negated by good Wilmington defense, but now Sharpsville's outstanding kicker out here to try to give him 3. We're going to put this ball at the 18. So we'll call it a 28-yard field goal from the left hash for Liam Campbell. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, kick is good. So with 9 seconds to go in the first quarter, Sharpsville on the board with first, 6 plays, 21 yards on the drive, and the Campbell field goal makes it 3-0. We'll take a break. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
You know, usually you don't get a new roof for the heck of it.
Why are you replacing your roof? I didn't like the color.
You get a new roof because you're going to need it. Shell Restoration's Severe Weather Response Team is ready to help. The area's #1 company for sales and installation of roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. Shell Restoration excels at working with your insurance company for wind and hail claims, plus there's financing available too. Look for at Shell Restoration on Facebook or call 800-663-8103 for a free estimate.
Is your car loan too expensive? Would you like to lower your rate and your monthly payment amount? Refinance and save now at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. The sooner you refinance, the more money you save. And for a limited time, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100 cash for every loan you bring to them. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or online at gcofcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking but better. Equal opportunity lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
On that drive, 6 plays, 21 yards, took 2:04, so following the Wilmington turnover, Sharpsville converts a 28-yard field goal by Liam Campbell. I think on the Wilmington side, bent but did not break there, giving up just the field goal.
Yeah, no question. I was thinking the same thing there, Mark, that the turnover and then looked like Levis maybe had a touchdown. So to give up just 3, it's got to feel like a little bit of a win for Coach Brendan Filliot.
Miller and Micklin to return, and the kick will skip, and Micklin grabs it at about the 3-yard line. 10, 15, 20, 25, and upended, head over heels, at about the 34-yard line. He's still not up.
Yeah, big time hit there. Christian Snyder again. And that's bad news. Micklin having a hard time getting up.
That hit on that left leg, knee or ankle. He got himself up on his right leg. He's putting no pressure right now on the left. Does not really want to be attended to. But now he's going to have to be helped off the field. I don't know if he took that hit directly to the knee or if he took it to the ankle, but head over heels, as he was a full head of steam and flipped all the way over. They'll put the ball at the 35-yard, and he puts nothing as far as pressure on that left leg as he's helped out by his teammates.
So Micklin starts both ways. Starting linebacker, starting halfback. So that is going to be a big loss here for the Hounds.
He's already carried the ball 6 times in this game as well. All right, so Wilmington, 1st and 10 from their own 35. Christina in there as a tight end. Serafino late into the huddle. We'll see where they'll move guys around and how they'll adjust. Miller is away on the right side. Davis Franco's out there now in the backfield. All right, so they'll move Franco to that fullback spot. Miller a wing on the right side. Miller in a wing on the left. And it's Miller. Left side 40, breaks through 25, makes a move to 50, stiff arm to the 40, stealing the speed 35, 30, another tackle broken, still going 20, another tackle broken, still going 10, and a big run by Ben Miller. Ben Miller with a big time run, touchdown saving tackle by Colin Summers. And he goes from the 35 down to the 9 as the first quarter comes to an end. 57-yard run by Miller will take a break at the end of one. Wilmington knocking on the door. Sharpsville 3, Wilmington nothing. Back in a moment on the LCSportsNet.com and on your Hope High School Football Sports Radio 96.7.
Kickstart your summer with one of O'Neill Coffee's delightful new refreshers. These light and fruity drinks are made with all-natural plant-based caffeine that will keep you going all day without the crash. Available either shaken or frozen in 5 amazing flavors. Also, be sure to check out O'Neill Coffee's large selection of gifts for all the dads and grads in your life. From gourmet coffee blends to mugs and cold brew makers, O'Neill Coffee has all the things they love. 14 Fair Street in beautiful West Middlesex. Open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 8 to 1.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by. Let's talk. Mercer County State Bank. Community-minded just like you. Member FDIC. Visit us online at mcsbank.com. The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Mark Slezak, Bob Greenberg back with you at Sharpsville. 3-0 Sharpsville leads Wilmington, but a 57-yard run by Ben Miller has set Wilmington up first and goal about the 8-yard line here as we start the second quarter. Yeah, huge play there. Up to that point, Wilmington had just 16 total yards before that 57-yard run, so they were held in check, but not first and goal as they have entered the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone. Look wide to the left, wing T set. Franco the fullback, McConaughey under center. In motion, fake pitch, McConaughey, keep it, left tackle inside the 5, and driving down near the 3. Snyder with another tackle, but McConaughey will get it to the 3, second and goal for Wilmington. They will call the 3-yard line. Miller wing on the right side. Cristina tight on the left side with Miller on outside of him. Franco, the fullback, and now splitting out wide to the right. And be Buddha Book. McConaughey directly under center. In the wing T set. Turns, pitch, and Miller hitting the backfield. He'll go down for a loss. Back near the 9. And Christian Snyder is having a half. Big time play by the senior in the backfield. Nobody blocking him. Great quickness. And the ball goes back to Will. We're going to mark it back at about the 7-yard line or so, maybe the 8. We'll call it the 7. Third and goal from the 7-yard line. Snyder in a linebacker spot. He's made some big plays. 5'11", 180 pounds. Third and goal from the 7. Book will be wide to the right. Another wing T set. Miller on the right. Rolling right, McConaughey. Looking. Has the ball still in his right hand. Now they're going to get hit and sacked as he's driven down back to the 15-yard line. That was Snyder again. And he was joined by a couple Blue Devils as McConaughey just ran out of room there, Mark, and time. And it's 4th down and goal from the 16 on a 9-yard loss. Red Book on that side of the formation where he rolled. But good coverage there by Sharpsville. It never really looked like McConaughey was even close to throwing the ball. They're going to go for it here on 4th down and goal from the 16-yard line. Tight wing T set. No wideouts here. And McConaughey rolling to his right. McConaughey, sideline right, fires, end zone, tipped to get incomplete. It looked like 21 there. Calvin McCullough got his hands on it first to knock it free. And another Wilmington turnover on downs. The Sharpsville Blue Devil defense coming up big. Christian Snyder with the big play there. And the Blue Devils with the ball leading 3-0 at their own 16 with 9:47 to go first half. So they had first and goal at the 8 and got down to the 3. Yeah, got down as close as the 3 and then backwards. So give the ball back to the Blue Devils, leading 3-0, 9:47 to go first half. Whalen will be wide to the right. Outside of him is Levis. Summers takes the snap, looking right, fires it. Levis makes the catch, makes the first man miss 15, 20, gets a block, 25, and out of bounds near the 30-yard line. And this passing game is like a running attack. Spread the 4 wides, make a short pass, make that first man miss, and then off to the races. And Sharpsville's had some big plays that way. 15 yards there from Summers to Levis. Levis' third catcher in this first half. And that's one of those, you got to pick your poison too if you're the Wilmington defense. You want to go up and press Levis. If you do that, he goes around you. So you give him a little bit of cushion and they throw it underneath. 3 receivers will go left. Whalen, Campbell. Now 4 receivers left. Summers back to pass. Colin Summers gets to Braden Summers in the flat, makes the catch, and then wrapped up the right away. And it's going to be wrapped up at about the 30, maybe the 31-yard line, so probably no gain on the play. They loaded up that left side with 3 wideouts, and they put the fullback over there as well, but they know where to go on the catch. Serafino and Moore sniffed that play out. And 2nd and 10 now for Sharpsville, down to 9:10 to go in this first half. Sharpsville on top 3-0. Braden Summers will come out, he'll get a break. Christian Snyder will come in. This is the 18th time these 2 programs have met all time. Wilmington leads the series 14-4. 2nd and 10. 2 receivers will go out wide to the right. Snyder in the backfield beside Summers. In 2nd and 10, hand to Snyder. Up the middle, breaks the tackle, breaks the second to the 40, and out near the 45-yard line of the first down run. Christian Snyder having a night. 14 yards for Snyder, his first carry on offense. Sharpsville also, at least right now, we have not seen Colby Johnson, who is another speedster. Been banged up a little bit, so I'm not sure if a little hamstring issue, I was told. Get time tonight or not, but talking about speed, he is maybe the fastest one maybe on this team, and hasn't played yet. James White in for the first time on the Sharpsville side. So White will be in the backfield beside Summers. And it's a fake handoff, and Summers on the keeper. 50, 45, 40, still runs, and you heard as a man out of the 35-yard line, inside the 35, and the first down run. 22 yards for Colin Summers. Braden Stovall, the big guy, was leading the charge down the field. And Sharpsville now 1st and 10 with a Wilmington 34-yard line. Give him 21 to play. So Summers with the fake handoff, showing his speed and agility as well. It's not just a passer, but a good runner as well. 1st and 10. Sharpsville leads 3-0, 7:39 to go first half. And now we got a flag. Too many guys on the field. There's a lot of blue jerseys out there. One trying to get off Snyder in the last moment, but legal substitution. Yep. So Snyder in, but nobody came out. Now he'll come out. So marking back 5. It'll be 1st and 15. Ball back to the 39. Just a spectacular night for football here. This is what high school football is all about. Huge crowd, beautiful weather, great game. So Colin Summers meets at the sideline, heads back out to the huddle with the play. 7:16 on a running clock here in the first half. 3-0 Sharpsville on a 28-yard field goal by Liam Campbell at the end of the first quarter.
He was joking with Paul Piccarelli. Now we have a timeout. Something did not look right for Lenny Grandy.
Timeout. Sharpsville will take the break as well. 3-0 Sharpsville. Back in a moment on lcsportsnet.com and your Hope High School football. Sports Radio 96.7.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press?
Nope. I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103. Or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
7:04 on the clock here. First half, Sharpsville 3, Wilmington nothing. It's been a good game.
No question about that. I went to the locker room before the game to look for Coach Piccarelli. I saw him in his coach's room in a rocking chair. I said, Grandpa Piccarelli, this is a perfect picture. But he is very happy, loves the game, loves being around the kids. And give credit to Sharpsville. They must have upped their budget for the coaches' uniforms this year. Matching hats, nice golf shirts.
Mix of the red and the blue.
Looks very nice.
Embracing the co-op with the red and the color. Why not? Look really good. 1st and 15 following the penalty. 4 wides in the set. Back to pass Summers. Pressure coming weak side. Rolls to his right. Gets it off just in time. A sliding catch going to be made, but then a late hit as well. Catch was made by Byerly at about the 35-yard line. And then as he went down with the catch, the defender could not stop himself. And with the hit that may have been with the helmet.
And on the other side, Christina, big hit on Summers as he released that ball in the backfield. So it'll be about a 4-yard pickup on the pass to the 35, and I think it'll be 15 yards after, but we'll see. The officials, they have long discussion now.
Will this be something that they call more than just a hit with a target with the hit to the head?
And that could be the discussion, you're correct.
It did look like the contact was to the helmet. As the defender coming up to make a tackle, and at the last moment, Byerly sliding down to catch the ball. I don't think at any point from my perspective it was a vicious intent, but it's what we had, personal foul. And they'll say that hit to the head, they'll add 15 to it.
That's the third flag of the game on Wilmington. A big one will take them all the way down to just outside the 20 as Sharpsville with a 3-0 lead trying to go up maybe by 2 scores.
The Blue Devils lead 3-0, 6:57 to go first quarter. We'll move the ball to just outside the 20-yard line. Out wide left is Levis. To the near side, Campbell, as well as Whalen. Byerly there as well. Colin Summers in the shotgun. Braden Summers to his left. Colin back to pass. Looking, steps up, runs 20, and gets contacted inside the 20. Will fall to about the 18-yard line. That will move Sharpsville into the canvas for Mercer and Meadville red zone.
And Book with the tackle. Coach Piccarelli had some very high praise of Colin Summers. Said when he's all said and done, he could be one of the top, maybe 1 or 2 quarterbacks ever through this program.
And as a pure passer, he loves it. The way he throws the ball.
They've had some good quarterbacks there.
2 receivers left. Receiver to wing to the right. Colin Summers takes the snap on second down. Quick throw, right side, caught by Levis. Cuts inside 15, down to the 10, and inside the 10-yard line. Should be good for a first down, and that'll be 1st and goal, Sharpsville.
Milliron with maybe a touchdown save and tackle. Levis with the catch, and then right to the middle of the field. Pick up about 10 on the play.
Levis looks to the sideline. You just say, feed me. I want more. Levis will be wide to the right. Byerly Campbell going left. Whalen going right. First and goal from the 8-yard line. Summers into shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands to Braden Summers. Braden powers forward to the 2 to the 1-yard line. To the 5-yard line. Sorry about that. The goal line a little faded. He's down to the 5-yard line. So it'll be second and goal now from the 5 for Sharpsville. Down to 5 minutes to go here in this first half. 3-0. Blue Devils on top. Second down goal from the 5. Moving left to right. 4:49 to go. Wide to the right side, Levis. Campbell tight on that left side, wings to each side, under center, Colin Summers. Turns, hands up, Braden Summers, left tackle, gets bottled up just inside the 5 and pushed backward. But great job by the Wilmington defense here. Christina, Fanko, among others, they really pushed that pile. And Braden Summers had really nowhere to go, and maybe about a yard, so it'll be third and goal at the 4. They're just inside that 4-yard line, so we'll call goal to go, 4-yard line, third down. We're under center in that last play. Now back to the shotgun goes Colin Summers. 4 wides in the set. Summers takes a snap, fakes a handoff up the middle, 3-2-1, and he's in. Colin Summers with a 4-yard touchdown dash. And the Sharpsville Blue Devils have taken a 9-0 lead on a 84-yard drive. Impressive, that lasted exactly 6 minutes. And the Sharpsville Blue Devils now up 9-0, looking to add an extra point. Well, Lenny Grandy's play calling tonight has really been impressive, and that drive has led to a touchdown. Biley running late onto the field in the extra point formation. And Summers will hold for Campbell. Extra point at the goal to our right. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. And the 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go here in the first half. It is Sharpsville 10, Wilmington nothing, and we're back with more in moments on your home for high school sports. This is Sports Radio 96.7. 96.7.
Kickstart your summer with one of O'Neill Coffee's delightful new refreshers. These light and fruity drinks are made with all-natural plant-based caffeine that will keep you going all day without the crash. Available either shaken or frozen in 5 amazing flavors. Also, be sure to check out O'Neill Coffee's large selection of gifts for all the dads and grads in your life. From gourmet coffee blends to mugs and cold brew makers, O'Neill Coffee has all the things they love. 14 Fair Street in beautiful West Middlesex. Open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 8 to 1.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in 7 vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PIAA. The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
10 plays, 84 yards, 6 minutes. Capped off the 4-yard touchdown run by Colin Summers. Campbell with the extra point, 10-0. Sharpsville leads Wilmington. And you go back to on the other side, what set up that drive was the big defensive stand. Yeah, Miller had a 57-yard run. They got, first and goal at the 8. They had it down to the 3, back down to the 7. They got Snyder with a huge tackle there on that play, which really pushed Wilmington back, and then Sharpsville on their side offensively. A couple nice pass plays. Big run of 21 yards by Summers. And now they have taken a 10-0 lead here over the Wilmington Greyhounds. Mook and Miller are deep to return. Standing near the 5. And Campbell with the kick. Taken at the 6-yard line. It's 15, 20, 25. Leaps over a man and down at about the 30-yard line. As the sun continues to set here, twilight, lights are obviously on. And now Wilmington looking to get something going. They have
their fourth possession. They've had 2 end on downs and 1 ended with a big turnover.
Lost Tyler Mickelin to a knee injury on that last series, as well as on the bench far side with that knee to his left. And the hand goes to Miller over the right side, breaks 1 tackle, and then struggles forward, moving out near the 33-yard line.
Wilmington will get the second half kickoff, so this could be an opportunity here to maybe have back-to-back drives to get right back into this game.
Bilke played multiple positions last year, started as the wideout tonight, as the wing to the right at this point. Miller is the fullback in the set. Fanko split out wide left. McConaughey, quarterback keeper, right up the middle, picking his way across the 35 and out to the 37. Only 3rd down and short.
Killian Whalen with the tackle. And it'll be 3rd and about 2.
Miller and Fanko to the near side. Crastina tight on the right side with Book outside of him. On this 3rd down from their own 37-yard line. McConaughey, the junior quarterback, started last year as a sophomore, looks to the sideline for the play call. And being a shotgun with Miller on his left. McConaughey takes the snap, hands to Miller, picks his way through, across the 40, it's a first down. As he works his way out to about the 42, the chains will move.
Well, that's a big run there. The last thing Wilmington wanted to do is punt this ball away, and they would have probably been forced to punt if they were short.
First 3rd down conversion right there for Wilmington. They were 0 for 4, so now 1 of 5. 1st and 10 here.
I like the patience that Miller showed that time on that run. Waiting for that holder to develop and big time first down.
Trips just off the left wing. Quick swing pass to Miller. Cut back 40. Gets outside 45. Turns a corner 60. And down to near the 45-yard line. On a nifty catch and run. And give Miller the 45-yard, and then I think we're going to get a heavy dose of Ben Miller, especially with that injury now to Mickelin.
Yeah, about 13 yards there, so down to the 45. Clock is running under 1:43 to go here in this first half.
And that will be a factor in the kind of a methodical style of Wilmington. 2 receivers left, wing to the right. Miller to back. McConaughey back to pass, looks, fires, tipped, and I think it's intercepted. We'll wait for the call. It is a tip and then a sliding interception by Blaze Knight.
And it's Sharpsville football. Second turnover of the first half for Wilmington. McConaughey tried to jam that pass in there. He got tipped, and then Blaze Knight with a spectacular interception. So Sharpsville with the ball at their own 34 with 1:23 to go and 2 timeouts.
Big play there. Knight just getting the hands under the deflected football. Second Wilmington turnover. Coupled that with a couple of turnovers on downs as well. Minute 23 to go. Here in the half. Summers takes the snap. Summers rolling to his right, fires back over the middle. And Campbell, did he catch it? He did. A sliding catch at near the 44-yard line. And close to a first down. They'll put it at the 45. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, and looked like Campbell may have even caught that ball with his knees a little bit. It looked like it did slide down. Yep.
And able to hang on.
And he came off the field after that catch.
Hit hard in the back as well. But he hung on. Clock down to 1:07. 3 receivers coming near side for Sharpsville. 1 to the far side. Summers takes the snap, fakes the handoff, he's going to run. Left side 50 and dives into Wilmington territory. We'll call it the 47-yard line. We're under a minute. Clock rolling, 49 seconds.
Miller with the tackle.
2 timeouts still on the board for Sharpsville. Clock down to 41. 3 receivers right. 1 left. Levis has his hands in the air like, I don't know what this play is. Summers, back to pass. Looking right, fires, lock caught. Knight makes a catch, gives ground back to the 40, and then ahead and down right at the 40-yard line. We'll stop the clock for a moment at 24.7. Chains will move. Summers trying to get everybody set. Trying to beat the chain gang. The clock is still running. Clock now rolls again, and they'll spike it. Sharpsville has 2 timeouts. Maybe could have burned one there to save some clock. Maybe the play before, but instead they have 18 seconds and they still have those 2 timeouts. So the ball will be at the 40-yard line. Colin Summers now 11 of 14 passing here in this first half for 76 yards. Also 41 yards rushing. He has been very, very efficient. A rushing touchdown to go with a Campbell field goal for the 10-0 Sharpsville lead. Trying to take advantage of a second Wilmington turnover here and at least get themselves into field goal range for Campbell, who has shown a pretty big leg. 3 receivers will go to the left side. Levis, the lone receiver, to the right side. Byerly will now move to our wing left. Colin Summers with Braden Summers to his right. Colin back to pass. Blitz coming. Jump throw. Kyle is nearly intercepted. Oh, the defender near side, Willie Moore, had dropped into coverage, and he was right there, had the ball in his hands, and just could not bring it in. And Braden Summers helped out. The receiver became the defender on that play to bat it away. Remember, Campbell has a great leg, so they probably could get another 5 or maybe 8 yards, and I'm thinking they might try a field goal. And right now, a field goal would be 57. No real wind at all here at the Pines. 12.4 seconds to go in the half. 2 receivers right, 2 left. 3rd down and 10. And Summers takes the snap, looking right, fires, and it's incomplete. Levis tried to run before he brought it in. He was trying to get those extra yards that you just talked about. It did not make the catch. We're down 8 seconds. Yeah, Levis was there on a good catch. He just wanted to try to get up the field or at least maybe get out of bounds there. Wow. Just trying to do some clock. Trying to do a little too much. And this is now 4th down. So that really hurts them because I think if they make that catch, they would have had a good chance at least a long field goal. And still here, 2 timeouts. Yep, so here's a chance to maybe get a throw, but you got to get a throw at least 10 yards down the field. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, and there's one of the timeouts right there. So Sharpsville takes time. We'll take the time as well. 10-0 Sharpsville leads, 8 seconds to go in the half. And Sharpsville trying to get something out of us. We'll take a break. Back more in a moment. We'll have High School Football Sports Radio 96.7. 86.7.
Is your car loan too expensive? Would you like to lower your rate and your monthly payment amount? Refinance and save now at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. The sooner you refinance, the more money you save. And for a limited time, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100 cash for every loan you bring to them. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or online at gcofcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking but better. Equal opportunity lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Sharpsville on top by a score of 10-0. 8.8 seconds to go first half. Sharpsville looking at a 4th down and 10. 2 receivers right for Sharpsville. Colin Summers, the quarterback. He's got Braden Summers to his left. Shotgun snap. Summers rolling to his right. Chase from behind. Fires deep downfield. It's a jump ball. It's knocked away by McConaughey as he slams it to the ground inside the 10. And with 1.6 seconds to go in the half, a turnover on downs. That's almost, it wasn't a Hail Mary, but almost a Hail Mary. Didn't get to the end zone, but it was that kind of play. He just threw a jump ball, and McConaughey back there is one of the bigger guys on the field at 6'4", and he just slammed it down. And with 1.6 to go, one play here for Wilmington. We'll be at the half most likely. So Sharpsville had a chance there. Had a chance at least maybe get into Campbell's field goal range, but does not happen.
And they'll just take a knee, and that'll do it, and that'll run. The clock never ran, though. But now officials saying it should have run, and now it does, and that's going to be the half. So we're at halftime with the score of Sharpsville 10, Wilmington nothing. Stay with us. Got halftime talk, Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report. Got some stats from Professor Briggs, so stick with us. At the half again, Sharpsville 10, Wilmington nothing on LCSportsNet.com and your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7. 96.7.
Before considering investing in a variable annuity, you may want to make sure that you're exhausting the contribution limits of your 401k, IRA, or other qualified retirement plan. In the end, variable annuities are really a value judgment. Call Dave Cash Dollar or Team Cash Dollar to evaluate whether a variable annuity is right for you at 724-458-5233. Or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA, 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cash Dollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cash Dollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my Rated and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, the Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania. The Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York. Equal Opportunity Insurer. English Auto in Grove City specializes in selling vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100. This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches, all permanent. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're back here at the half. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg with the Sharpsville 10 and Wilmington nothing. Sharpsville scoring in the first quarter on a 28-yard field goal by Liam Campbell. With 9 seconds to go in the quarter, it followed a fumble recovery by Brandon Scarvell that set up Sharpsville. And then another score by Sharpsville in the second quarter on a Colin Summers 4-yard run. A 10-play, 84-yard drive in that second quarter. It took 6 minutes. Campbell with a point after, and that's where we are. Sharpsville 10 and Wilmington nothing here at the half. It's been a real battle, defensive battle right now. Sharpsville's made just a few more plays offensively. And we talked a lot about Colin Summers coming into this game, and he has lived up to some of the hype. Outstanding-looking junior quarterback, off to a very good start here in the first 2 quarters of his junior season. All right, we'll take a break. We come back. A limited Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard show. So stay with us right here at Sharpsville 10, Wilmington nothing on LCSportsNet.com and your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
Need to expand or remodel your building? Increase your inventory or have access to working capital? Let our experienced business loan team help you grow your business. We specialize in business loans. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC. Visit us online at mcsbank.com.
You know, usually you don't get a new roof for the heck of it.
Why are you replacing your roof?
I like the color.
You get a new roof because you're going to need it. Shell Restoration's Severe Weather Response Team is ready to help. The area's #1 company for sales and installation of roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. Shell Restoration excels at working with your insurance company for wind and hail claims, plus there's financing available too. Look for at Shell Restoration on Facebook or call 800-663-8103 for a free estimate. Water. You can ski on it. Watch the sun set behind it. Bathe in it. Swim in it. Cook with it. Or seek refuge and solace beside it. But the most refreshing water has a very particular label on it.
Herman's Water since 1908. Here's spring water that can be delivered to your office or home for free. Online at hermanswater.com. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're back here, Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg, Aaron Byro at the studio, Ryan Briggs on live stats. We got the whole crew working tonight, and at the half, it is Sharpsville 10, Wilmington nothing. We had action last night. We had some action earlier today. Here's Bob Greenberg to get you caught up with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report. Just had a little Lock, Stock, and Barrel sub. Yeah, there's a great Lock, Stock sub right here in the booth. Can't beat that. Cannot beat that. This afternoon, as heard on Sports Radio 96.7, the County Catholic Golden Eagles, in their opening game at home, they lose to Cambridge Springs 35-18. In that game, they trailed early on. As I open up my stats, and they trailed 14-0 at halftime. They were down 28-6, 35-6, scored 2 touchdowns late. Samir Wade was our O'Neill Coffee player of the game. Wade with 196 yards rushing on 16 carries and 2 touchdowns. He threw for 99 yards and a touchdown as well. Also an interception on the defensive side. Jones with 134 yards rushing and a touchdown for Cambridge Springs. So Kennedy drops to 0-1. Last night, big schedule of high school football games. The finals, Fairfield 50, Northeast 20, Avonwood 27, Grove City 7. Hubbard and Greenville in a thriller. Hubbard beats Greenville 8-3. Hickory comes back in the fourth quarter to knock off Harbor Creek 14-10. Sippy Rock, the strong performance. They go to Edinburgh to take on General McLean, beat them 37-20. Jalen Wagner, Hayden McLaughlin, huge opening night win for Reynolds, 58-6 over Union City. Wagner, at least unofficially, 8 carries, 278 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Mercer winning their 6th opening day game in a row. They beat Iroquois 38-7. Seneca 40, Lakeview 13. And in a very entertaining game down at Neshannock, the Lancers beat Sharon 45-28. Sharon actually got within 31-28 late before Neshannock scored 2 late touchdowns. And those are the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scores presented by Lock, Stock, and Barrel. And again, this one, Sharpsville 10, Wilmington nothing at the half. Take a break. We've got stats when we return. Stay with us, live from Sharpsville, your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my rated all-year insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Your insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, the Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania. The Erie Insurance Company, New York, home offices Rochester, New York. Equal opportunity insurer.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press?
Nope. I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, Erie's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103. Or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it. Now, the snow's gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're back here at Wilmington, at Sharpsville, where we have Wilmington and Sharpsville a matchup, and Sharpsville with a 10-0 lead at the half. 28-yard field goal by Liam Campbell and the Colin Summers 4-yard run with the Campbell point after a 10-0 difference. And Bob, we got Professor Briggs. Look at the keyboard. You got some live stats. Let's give some more numbers here. For Sharpsville, they're led by Colin Summers, 6 carries for 41 yards rushing. Christian Slater had a carry for 14 yards. Braden Summers, 3 rushes for 11 yards. Garrett Levis, 1 for -1. Summers, 11 of 17 passing for 76 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. On the receiving end, Garrett Levis, 4 catches for 28 yards. Braden Summers, 3 for 16. Blaze Campbell, 2 for 14. Dalton Byerly, 1 for 11. Blaze Knight, 1 for 7. Overall for Sharpsville, they had 8 first downs. They were penalized 5 times for 40 yards in the first half. They had possession of time of 13 minutes and 29 seconds. Overall, 65 yards rushing on 11 attempts. 76 yards passing, 29 plays, 141 yards for Sharpsville at halftime. For Wilmington, Ben Miller, 6 carries, 85 yards. Tuck McConaughey, 5 for 12. Tyler Micklin, 6 carries for 1 yard. But before he got injured, and we have no update on him as of yet. McConaughey was 1 of 4 passing for -7 yards, 1 interception. Micklin had the 1 catch. Wilmington had 4 first downs. They were penalized 3 times for 30 yards. They held the ball for 10 minutes and 31 seconds. Both teams were 1 of 5 on third down conversions. Overall, Wilmington, 18 carries, 98 yards, 22 plays, 91 yards of offense here tonight at halftime for the Wilmington Greyhounds. They heard a little bit of the Wilmington band in the background. Right now, the Sharpsville band in the background playing for us on a beautiful Saturday night here in Sharpsville. We'll take a break, and we'll come back. More halftime activities, and at the half at Sharpsville 10, it's Wilmington nothing on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
Oh
bottle filled with medicine bottles? Discover the safe, secure, and convenient way to take your medications in the Medicine Shop in Hermitage with Script Ease, your meds easy as 1, 2, 3. The Medicine Shop in Hermitage provides you with the industry's best solution to manage your health care and medications. For more information, contact the Medicine Shop in Hermitage today or ask your healthcare provider how to schedule your in-home appointment today and start to live a healthier and happier life. Medicine Shop Pharmacy on East State Street in Hermitage or online at hermitagems.com.
The separation of service from employment will often present these options. 1, a rollover. 2, leave in the plan. Or 3, cash out. To explore your options, please call Dave Cashdollar or Tim Cashdollar at 724-458-5233 or stop by the branch office at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC, is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
To Sharpsville. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. 10-0 Sharpsville on top of Wilmington here at the half. And we gave the halftime scores from last night, Mark. Just any thoughts of what's jumped out so far in week one? I mean, I know it's early, but anything that in your mind is noteworthy? We saw that first half of Farrell last night, as good as a half that we've seen by anybody in recent years. Not as sharp, not as clean in the second half, maybe lost some interest, maybe a little bit of the cramping, and coach was not happy with the second half performance, and that maybe just their overall endurance. But that first half was impressive. And that jumps out at me. I mean, that's the game we were at. But I talked to some people at the half as well, saying that was pretty darn good football. How's anybody going to beat them? Not as clean as we said in the second half, but with that kind of first half, and even with this high-powered region, boy, Farrell looked really good. I think that the thing that jumps out to me, and I know it's early, but there are a lot of talk about Region 3, and it's one region, but there's two classes there. I think Sippiwalk is a team that people have talked about a little bit, but after what we saw last night, going up to John McClain, and a very impressive win, it's hard to really put a lot into one night, but I think they may be the favorite in that region with the experience back. I like what they have. I mean, Sharon had a tough game. Hickory had a great win on the road. Grove City played an amazing opponent. Really hard to gauge that one, but still, I think Sippiwalk in that AAA part of that division, they got off to a great start. They could be the team to beat. Grove City and Slippery Rock battled quite a bit last year. In the end, district title went to Grove City. There's a lot of Grovers back as well on that team. And again, they played a very high-powered Avonworth team last night, so we may not have seen exactly what we'll get from Grove City just yet. And on the 2A part of that league, we're seeing two of them tonight. Greenville battled. I mean, heartbreaking loss for the Trojans. Had the ball at the 1 yard line to win the game, and they fumble, and the clock runs out last night. Could have knocked off Hubbard and Brian Hoffman. I haven't seen Brian in many years, the former Middlesex coach. And that would have been a big-time win, number 100 for Brian Hare. Could you imagine winning that game that way for 100? And the opposite. Imagine losing that game that way with a chance for 100 inches away. He'll get it. It'll come. But boy, that was close last night. Good performance by Greenville.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing, I think, at least from my perspective, as we're still at halftime, that this game is tonight, week 1. I mean, these are two big-time teams in 2A, and as Coach Pick said in the pregame, I'm glad I'm getting them now and not week 6 after this younger Wilmington team gets a lot of reps under their belt, and there's no question after we've seen so far, Sharps has taken advantage of that. And we're talking as it's a league game. They have to play now or they're going to play somewhere, but this was the big league game here in AA, and so it's great that they're playing each other. The league is fantastic, but some of those things are going to happen. We're going to have some of those teams along the way playing some big early league games. And mentioning that, going back to last night, the reason Grove City played Avonworth and Sharon played Neshannock was originally Sharon was supposed to play Grove City in week 1. That was the schedule. Both teams had week 4 openings, so they shifted some things around, and neither one to play each other in week 1, and that's how those games got set up for last night. So kind of crazy times, but no complaints here at this point. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we're still waiting actually on the teams to come out, so we might be ready for third quarter when we come back, or we might just have a little bit of time before we get to it as well. But we are at the half. It is a 10-0 lead for Sharpsville over Wilmington. We're back with more in a moment on Sports Radio 96.7.
Water. You can ski on it. Watch the sun set behind it. Bathe in it. Swim in it. Cook with it. Or seek refuge and solace beside it. But the most refreshing water has a very particular label on it.
Hermes Water since 1908. Pure spring water that can be delivered to your office or home for free online at hermeswater.com. Hermes Water, when taste matters.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all permanent. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Kickstart your summer with one of O'Neill Coffee's delightful new refreshers. These light and fruity drinks are made with all-natural plant-based caffeine that will keep you going all day without the crash. Available either shaken or frozen in 5 amazing flavors. Also, be sure to check out O'Neill Coffee's large selection of gifts for all the dads and grads in your life. From gourmet coffee blends to mugs and cold brew makers, O'Neill Coffee has all the things they love. 14 Fair Street in beautiful West Middlesex. Open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 8 to 1.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
We're back here, Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. A few more moments of the half before we get to that third quarter. Teams have made it back out onto the field. 10-0, Sharpsville over Wilmington here at the half. Wilmington, you told me, has had a pretty good opening week streak going, and it's obviously in a 10-point jeopardy right now. Yeah, they are the longest opening day winning streak in Mercer County area currently right now. 14 years in a row, they have won their opening day game, and Mercer and Sippy Rock are tied for second. Both winning last night would be their 6th year in a row, but 14 years in a row. And the other stat that I tweeted this week, which is unbelievable, Wilmington has had one losing season since 1991. Think about that stat. That's amazing. In 31 years. And all the other programs can say what they want. Stats speak for themselves, and Wilmington stats are very impressive. I wasn't sure if you were saying it was amazing that you tweeted the stat or that the stat was amazing, but now I got it. That is an amazing stat. Amazing stat. I'm not amazed at all that you tweeted it. But Twitter is very active. That's what you do. It's very active. It is. It's too bad you can't do something more with it. Like what? Tweet more? I don't know, maybe.
Maybe they give you some more spaces, more characters, whatever. What do you need there? Make a business out of it.
By the way, the halftime, in case you are wondering, was extended to 20 minutes tonight for hydration purposes, in addition to giving the band some time. But because of the humidity, and we crossing our fingers, we won't see the cramping issues we've seen last night and also today.
It'd be hard not to. I just think it's just a hot and humid night. It's going to be the nature of the beast for a couple of weeks if you stay hot. Sharpsville band and Wilmington band played at the half, and I believe Middlesex band is going to do their post-game here, as Middlesex and Sharpsville bands were both part of the pregame activity, but I think that's the plan here, so you might hear a little bit of that in the background, so be careful out there, Bob, for post-game interviews, or you might be part of the show. Keep that in mind.
I've had that happen.
I know. That's actually, those are the ones that I enjoy most, because when you're out there on the field, it's usually at Wilmington, because they like to do a little post-game performance of the band, and you're out there interviewing a coach or a player, and the show starts. Whatever. That's fun for me.
Whatever it takes, Mark. I take one for the team when I have to.
That'll be one of the things I will be sure to tweet if necessary. Not as active as Bob, but I'll tag Bob. Still see it. All right, Sharpsville getting set to kickoff. Liam Campbell's got a field goal and extra point on this one. Big number 17 set to kick this off. 6'4", 225 the kicker. We're booted on a line. Bounces between the two returners and into the end zone for a touchback. So that's where Wilmington will come out offensively. The quarterback, Tuff McConaughey, Ben Miller, Tyler Milliron, Buda Brook, Davis Fanko. With skill spots with Michael Crastina, tight end, Rocky Serafino, Carter Horkovi, Jacob Coulter, Willie Moore, Will Bruckner, the offensive line. With that Sharpsville defense for you in a moment.
So, a big drive here for Wilmington. They've been shut out many times in first halves of games, and they want to try to get back into this game. They need to have a solid first possession here to do that.
Tuff McConaughey under center, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. As he will move from the shotgun and then back under center with Fanko behind him. Fake to Fanko, give to Miller. Over the left side, stutter step and dive to the 20-yard line. Flag comes in late. And we'll see what we got for the call here right at the 20. While we sort that out, we'll give you the defense of Sharpsville. The backs are Calvin McCullough, Killian Whalen, Blaze Knight, Garen Levis, and Colin Summers. Linebackers Blaze Campbell and Christian Snyder. Dennis Garvell, Brian White at tackle, Braden Summers, and Charlie Cornejo at defensive end.
That's a holding against Wilmington, so talking about trying to get off to a good start, this is just about as bad as you can get. So they will go back to the 10. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Greyhounds.
You'll notice no Tyler Nicholin announced with the starters the second half, injured his knee in the first half and has not returned. Two receivers, they split to the left, a wing to the right side. That's Buda Book. One back in the set is Miller. His 1st and 19 after the 1-yard pickup, the hand to Miller. Miller weaves his way through traffic, dives across the 15 out to about the 16-yard line.
And as you said, without Micklin, it's going to be a lot of Ben Miller here. 82 yards in that first half.
Fanko will go wide to the right. All players look to the sideline for the play call on this Wilmington offense. McConaughey with Miller on his right in the shotgun as he relays signals. It'll be 2nd down and 15 from the 15-yard line. McConaughey takes the shotgun snap, back to pass. Steps up, looks, stops, and gets nailed. And about the 16-yard line, and rudely thrown back. They might give him the 17.
Yeah, Snyder was there. Again, Braden Summers. And I was just going to say, Tuff McConaughey, it's one of those, you feel like he needs to make a big play here. To energize this offense, he was looking downfield, just did not have enough time.
Thought about running, and then kind of put the brakes on right as he got to the line of scrimmage. And instead of throwing it, because he didn't have time, he got swallowed up by 3 or 4 blue jerseys right there.
And that's now 3rd down and about 14. See if the Blue Devils pin their ears back here to go after McConaughey. From the 16-yard line motion in front of McConaughey. McConaughey rolling to his right. Blitzer coming, jump pass over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Buda Book. And that's going to be a punting situation for Wilmington. Levis was in the backfield there, and I'll tell you what, that was, he really put pressure on McConaughey, forced him up out of the pocket. And Coach Piccarelli, interviewed him many times over the years, more than most, maybe more than anybody active, of course. And he'll say, this is the quickest team, this is the quickest team. He says that a lot, but this year, there's no question, a lot of speed on this Blue Devil team this year. This will be the first Wilmington punt of the game. They've got a couple of turnovers on downs. McConaughey stands at the goal line, grabs the high snap, puts their foot into it, end-over-end kick, bounces at the 40. Campbell, the returner, will grab it and go down at about the 47-yard line. So, not much of a return there for Campbell. Punt out the end zone for McConaughey on the offense for Sharpsville. Back out on the field, Colin Summers, your quarterback, Braden Summers, your fullback. Look for Whalen, Byerly, Snyder, Campbell, Levis, all in skill spots. The offensive line, Scarvell, McCullough, White, Myers, and McBell. So Sharpsville with great field position here to start this second half at the Wilmington 47. They lead 10-0. Summers the quarterback for wides in the set. Back to pass, looking, loading, right side. Pass is it caught? It is. I think coming back to the ball, making a nice grab along the sideline is Levis, and it's good for a first down. Well, nice route there by Levis. Summers, as Levis came out of that cut, the pass was right on his hands. Picked up 12, first and 10 to the 35. Levis, I watched him work out in pregame, and you can see he's been in the weight room in the offseason. He's off to a great start. 5 catches here already in this camp. 2 receivers wide to each side. First down. Summers back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Fires right side. And this one again caught on the sideline. Going down to a knee to grab it is Levis. Similar route. Came back to the ball. He's inside the 25-yard line. Down at about the 23 to the 12 yards. And the Sharpsville Blue Devils, and you know, we got a couple of those comebackers on that sideline. Down the road, you see that little shoulder fake and the long ball. Keep that in the back of your mind for down the road. Again, Levis wide to the right. First and 10 now from the 23-yard line for Sharpsville. 4 wides in the set. Summers in his shotgun, blitz up the middle, dumps it across the middle for Byerly, incomplete. Big pressure coming that time for Wilmington. There's Aiden Gardner, Ben Miller, both applying pressure. Yeah, there's no question that Brendan Fillion does not want Colin Summers sitting back there comfortable in that pocket. Got some pressure from the middle. 20th pass attempt there by Summers in this game versus 11 runs for Sharpsville. 4 wides in the set, 2nd and 10 from their own 23-yard line. 8:49 to go, third quarter. Sharpsville with a 10-0 lead and the ball. Summers in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to his right, rolls to his right, fires sideline, incomplete. Running out of room that time was Levis. Again, big pressure being applied on Summers. And then they again brought Miller on another blitz. Really, no question. Wilmington has got to get Summers moving a little bit, and they have accomplished that the last 2 plays. And what they've done, Miller, at that middle linebacker spot, they've got usually one back in the set with Braden Summers, and if Summers doesn't get the ball, Miller's coming. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Colin Summers takes the snap on 3rd down, looks to his left, flips it out left side, caught by Whalen. Whalen inside cut to the 20, to the 15. He's inside the 10. He's pushing for the goal line, and he's brought down inside the 5-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of about 20 yards down to the 3. Great job after the catch by Whalen. It's 1st and goal now as the Blue Devils have entered the McCandless Ford Mercer Meadville red zone. And Bob, that's one of the things I think that you really notice when you talk about the speed. Is it legit? We've seen a lot of times Sharpsville players catch the ball in the flat and be able to make that first man miss, and then they can run. And the speed evidence there for Whalen.
We'll go with tight formation now. Double tight end, double wings here on first down and goal. And the turn. And a handoff. And Braden Summers, 3-2-1, and he's in. A touchdown for Sharpsville from 4 yards out. And the Sharpsville Blue Devils extend their lead now to 16-0 on the 4-yard run by Braden Summers. 6 plays, 48 yards, and minute 31. And Sharpsville with a 16-0 lead. Lee and Campbell will try to make it 17. I'll hold from Colin Summers. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up. Low line drive kick is no good, wide left. And with 8:07 to go here in the third quarter, it is Sharpsville 16 and Wilmington nothing. More in a moment on lcsportsnet.com and your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
Are you someone who has a bowl filled with medicine bottles? Discover the safe, secure, and convenient way to take your medications from the medicine shop in Hermitage. With Scripties RX, your meds as easy as 1, 2, 3. The medicine shop in Hermitage provides you with the industry's best solution to manage your health and medication. For more information, contact the medicine shop in Hermitage today or ask your healthcare provider how to schedule your in-home appointment today and start to live a healthier and happier life. Medicine Shop Pharmacy on East State Street in Hermitage or online at hermitagems.com.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Again, it was 6 plays, 48 yards, a minute 31, a 4-yard touchdown run by Braden Summers in Sharpsville with a 16-0 lead. Missed that extra point there, so it keeps it at a 2-score game. Last year, these two teams played. Sharpsville got to 20-0, right? Yeah. And Wilmington came back and won. Just saying, I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, but Campbell to kick, and it will again bound into the end zone for a touchback. And that'll set up Wilmington 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. There's a lot of kickoff returns in high school. End up in the 25, 30, 35-yard line area. That seems like a lot of times the norm. So a weapon like Campbell that could kick it off into the end zone, make you go 80 yards, that's a big weapon. And I'm sure after he missed that extra point, he had a little energy in himself. After you miss a putt, you're always swinging the club a little bit harder the next hole. No doubt. Wing to the left side, Fanko. McConaughey. Under center. Wing T set. Pitch near side Miller. Can't find anything around the outside. Knocked down. Short of the 20 at the 19. And he is slow to get up. He is up. And limping back to the huddle. And that would be a disaster after already losing Tyler Mickelin to an injury. And officials, Miller got back in the huddle, but the officials had kind of blown it dead. He's now running off, but the officials have basically forced him to come out. Yeah, once they stopped it, he had to leave the field. So Caleb Rossi will come in for the first time. A 6-foot, 140-pound sophomore. And he'll be in the backfield with Millard. McConaughey under center. Handoff up the middle. Millard out to about the 24-yard line. 16-0. Sharpsville leads Wilmington. 7:36 to go. We're in this third quarter, and Ben Miller right back in there. The last time Wilmington lost an opening day game was in 2007. They lost at Ford City 24-0 before they went on to the state semifinals that year. They're down in 6 here. Receivers wide to each side as Crestina, the tight end, will go wide to the left side. And a flag down.
procedure call going to go against Wilmington. They back them up. A lot of looking around in the Wilmington huddle and sideline there, wondering who that was to each other. But the penalty, their fifth now for 45 yards. And Professor Briggs reminds me that Ford City is no longer a school. They merged with who?
Katanning, it's Armstrong.
Armstrong, there you go. We've been there. We've been there. Should ask me that trivia question. Mike Carmenos, you asked me, I didn't know the answer to that. I just said it on there. Mike Carmenos, the former Mercer coach, and done a lot of high school basketball down there the last few years. So third down and 11 from the 19-yard line. McConaughey takes the snap, being pressured from the backside, fires, and the pass is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Franco on the far sideline. Would not have been enough for a first down. Another incompletion for Wilmington. So the offensive struggles continue as this Sharpsville defense and their speed really causing some trouble tonight for Wilmington. And it will be McConaughey again to punt inside the 5. Campbell stands at the 45 to return. Snap is back, kick is away, high end over end kick taken at the 49, and Campbell brought down at the 50 as Ben Miller quickly down the field on coverage. It was a great play by Miller, but Sharpsville will get great field position again, and they will start right in midfield here with 6:25 to go in this third quarter, leading 16-0. So put the ball right at midfield. Last time Sharpsville had the ball in a similar spot after a Wilmington punt. They went 48 yards on 6 plays for the score. Several passes to Levis, a big pass to Whalen, and a touchdown run by Braden Summers. You feel like Sharpsville's got a big lead in this game. It's really only 2 scores. So, I mean, there's still a long way to go here. One play could turn this thing around in a heartbeat. Wing T set back to pass. Summers, there's the pump fake. Wanted Levis long, but he's double teamed. Rolls left instead, directing traffic. Fires long down the field, and an attempt for Whalen. Did he get it? He's out of bounds, incomplete. Wow. I'm not sure if he came up with the ball in the end or not, but he made a great diving attempt. And that's what we talked about, the little double move that we might see, but he was covered well, and a double team on Levis. He was not open on that little double move. And Summers went to the other side to Whalen and almost made the big play on the far side. And you can see his experience here directing some traffic on that play. Was waving. And a good play to not throw it into the double coverage, even though that was the play call here to Levis near side. 2nd and 10 now for the Blue Devils in midfield. They lead 16-0. Levis and Whalen both to the near side. Biley a wing on the left, shotgun for Summers. Keeper, right side, 50, 45, 40, still on his feet, 35, bounces outside of the 30, 25, and out of bounds near the 20-yard line. What a big first down run by Colin Summers. And he'll be knocked out of bounds, and I'm sure he's okay. A couple players there looking down, and I don't know. There was a late hit there as he was going out of bounds.
What wasn't late, but he went down awkwardly. It was right in front of Rob down there.
So an awkward tackle. And it looks like it is Colin Summers down near the fence. There'll be a pickup of 29 yards on the run, but that is secondary at this point. Take a quick timeout for the injury. We're back with more in a moment. 16-0, the lead for Sharpsville over Wilmington. Back with more in a moment. Your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
No, usually you don't get a new roof for the heck of it.
Why are you replacing your roof? I didn't like the color.
You get a new roof because you're going to need it. Shell Restoration's Severe Weather Response Team is ready to help. The area's #1 company for sales and installation of roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. Shell Restoration excels at working with your insurance company for wind and hail claims, plus there's financing available too. Look for at Shell Restoration on Facebook or call 800-663-8103 for a free estimate.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
So it was Colin Summers, the big 29-yard run, got pushed out of bounds. Was not late. It was not a late hit. It was just near. And there was not a lot of room between the sideline and the fence here. There's some gravel over there as well. So just, it's not in our angle where we could even see it at all from our point of view. Garen Levis right now is taking snaps. So it looks like he'll be the backup quarterback. He'll come in, so he'll move from the wide receiver spot. And this is, Summers, I think, is still down on that sideline. So until they get him tended to, nail-biting time here for Sharpsville. So he's still down there. So they don't want to start play because, again, there's not a lot of space between the sideline and where he is.
He said calf.
So one of our cameramen from the LCSportsNet.com group is right in that area and says it looks maybe like it's a calf cramping up at this point. And that would be probably the best case scenario. For Summers, as he will at least miss a play. As we are waiting to see, yeah. But he's out of bounds, so this is a little bit unusual. So he is out of bounds, not on the field of play. I just think there's just not a lot of space over there. They feel maybe. I understand. Well, now they're going to try to get it going here. Yeah, injuries happen, and then so you have to continue play here. You can't just.
He said there's just not much room anymore.
Yeah, there's a little bit of, like, about a foot or so, like a drainage gravel in front of the bleachers. He will end up in there as well. And it looks like he's out. And he's over, yeah. Looks like he's okay. So Gary Levis will move to the quarterback spot. On what is first and 10 from the 21-yard line. High snap. Had to jump up to get it and then put the ball to Braden Summers' belly, and then he slipped and fell. And they'll lose yardage back to the 24-yard line. Colin Summers looks like he's ready to get back in the game. He's talking with the coaches. And he is coming back into the game. So Garen Levis puts his gloves back on, so Colin Summers is back in there. And Garen Levis is like, I'm glad to be back playing wide receiver. When they snapped it over his head, Braden Summers probably thinking, I'm with my brother here now to me too. So back at it, three receivers will go to the left side. White and Campbell out on that left side. Byerly over on the left would be now second down at about 12. Snap to Summers, looking right, fires right flat, caught by Braden Summers, takes the tackle at the 10, and slides down near the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Sharpsville. 19 yards there for Colin Summers to Braden Summers. And actually will move it down to the 6. And it's first and goal now for the Blue Devils. 16-0. Sharpsville lead, 5:04 to go. Third quarter. Two backs in the set. Jaden White, now one back is Jaden White. Summers directly under center. Summers pitches the lane. Summers ball pops out. It's taken away by the Hounds. On the run is Gardner to the 40 to midfield and out of bounds. Aiden Gardner got that fumble that popped into the air and was sprinting in the other direction. Finally tracked down as he crossed midfield. There's a huge play there. Sharpsville maybe going in to put an exclamation point on this game. Instead, they fumble, and Gardner takes it all the way down to the Sharpsville 45-yard line. With a handoff to Braden Summers, through his hands, popped into the air. Racing the other way was Gardner.
He's 27 on that roster, Aiden Gardner.
And now there's a sideline warning on Sharpsville. Okay, so they'll move him back, but big run by Gardner, setting up Wilmington now at the 45.
Sideline warning. Sideline warning. I heard they called on the guy in the yellow shirt.
So that is a huge development. I just mentioned they're one play away from being maybe back into this game, and they almost got it.
McConaughey takes the snap, flips it left side for Miller. Makes a man miss, 45, and then brought down just short of the 40-yard line. They spot the ball right on that 40-yard line. Just about 5 yards on the pass. Obviously, Wilmington in desperate need for some points here, down 16-0. Tyler Mickelin injured in the first half of action. He was a big ball carrier, at least as far as attempts. He was definitely heavy in the game plan before he went out injured. It's been a lot of Ben Miller since then. 3 receivers to the right of the formation. McConaughey and a keeper. Stetter steps across the 40 and stays on his feet and is down to about the 35-yard line, close to a first down. And I think he got the first down. I think where the ball is spotted on the 35, and they're saying it's not a first down. The chains are moving. It is a first down. As I said, they moved and then they went back, and they still haven't extended. They didn't move. They got the number 1, but nobody moved the chains, and now they're moving. So first down on the McConaughey keeper. Wilmington trailing 16-0, 3:27 to go, third quarter. 2 receivers left, wing to the right, Miller the back in the set, low snap, hand to Miller. Miller stetter steps right side, inside the 35, and the ball is out. And Sharpsville is on it. It is Blaze Knight. He had an interception earlier, and now comes up for the fumble recovery. Third turnover of the game for Wilmington, none bigger than that one. Blaze Knight with the recovery. Somebody batted it out. And Sharpsville will take over out there on 37-yard line. Big play by the Sharpsville defense. As it looked like Wilmington had, for the first time, a little bit of momentum going. And Sharpsville D takes it right back. That's a huge play. Huge play by the Sharpsville defense. As you said, momentum really on the Wilmington side, but now back to Sharpsville. Summers takes the snap. Rolls right. Pressured from behind. Spun. Hit. Oh, hit again. His helmet comes flying off. Flag comes in. Another flag in. And as Summers got popped right in the helmet. Can't even find his helmet. It's about 5 yards away. There's a rule on this. When the helmet comes off, I don't know if the player's allowed to even run after that. There could be a flag on the quarterback. I don't know if he was trying to run all that much after his helmet was off. And because of a penalty, he might be allowed to stay on. Personal foul. Hit to the helmet on Wilmington. So if the helmet comes off, he's allowed to stay on now. He is because of the penalty that caused the helmet to come off. If the penalty causes the helmet to come off, I believe he's allowed to stay on the field. For an eventful third quarter for Colin Summers. He's got, to say the least. Injury momentarily to the sideline, helmet pop-off play, and the first down, move to the 46-yard line of Wilmington. Summers going to hand off to Braden Summers, trying to bust it out right side, 45, turns the corner, 40, 35, and run out of bounds. Another flag on the play, this one back at the 32. And Braden Summers showing his speed to get to the outside, this very short sideline that the bleachers come into play quickly on that side. I know. It's going to be a hold against Sharpsville. Down the field, though, it looks like. Yeah, flag's at 32. Will not be enough for the first down. But they'll make it a first down and short. No, not short. They're going to say, what? Put the ball at about the 42. So we'll call it first down in about 6 here. So a nice run there by Braden Summers. Clock down to 2:25 to go here in the third quarter. Sharpsville leads Wilmington 16-0.
Levis and Whalen to the left, Campbell on the right side with Byerly. Shotgun for Summers. 1st and 6. Summers rolls left. Looking back screen right. Now floats it right side. And the pass incomplete, but we're going to have interference. As lots of yellow flags fly in. Campbell trying to come back to the ball and they're knocked into the ground on the interference penalty. Yeah, really advancing 15 yards.
Yeah, no chance at all. Milliron just trying to prevent the big play. And it will be 15 yards. 1st down.
7 penalties, 75 yards for Wilmington. 15 yards on the pass interference. Put the ball down.
27, 20, yeah. 28. Is that a 14-yard mark off?
Just short of the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. 2 receivers stacked to the right side. Byerly wing left. Summers in the shotgun fake. Hand up, wants a run right. Now cuts it back in the middle. 25. Still on his feet to the 20 and dives inside the 20. Making it, tripping with it. Campbell Sport Mercer in Meadville red zone with a Sharpsville 1st down.
10 more yards for Summers. And he is having a big game here tonight. The Sharpsville quarterback, only a junior.
Over 1,000 yards passing a year ago. A lot of praise from Coach Pick before the game and living up to it. 3 receivers will go right. Levis, the lone receiver, to the left. 3 receivers in a bunch now, wide right. Summers in the backfield. Cullen will give it to his brother Braden. Bounces left side. 15, 10, 5. Banging inside the 5 down to the 1-yard line.
16 yards there for Summers. Down to the 1.
1st down and goal, Sharpsville. The 1-yard line of Wilmington, a minute 18 to go in the 3rd, 16-0 Sharpsville leads. We were just here a moment ago. Sharpsville fumbled in a very similar situation. They will come out in a tight formation, double tight ends. Colin Summers. We're going to keep it under center up the middle, but a flag. You're going to have procedure. You have Sharpsville. Everybody wasn't set. Yep. Colin Summers was set. Everybody behind him not quite ready. And the penalty on the play.
And that's a big one.
That would have been a touchdown. He had a hole left side and got in, but now we're coming back.
So it'll be back to the 6 now. 1st and goal from the 6.
We had a lot of plays out of the shotgun in a game as you go, and then sometimes you have that issue, that different transition when you go back under center for short yardage or goal line or various plays.
7th flag on Sharpsville for 55 yards now. Wilmington also been flagged 7 times, but for 75 yards.
Clock running, 37 seconds ago in the quarter. Levis and Whalen will go wide left. Tight end in the wing to the right. Motion behind, Summers are under center. Fake handoff, going to try to run it to the corner, to the pylon, and he's in for a score. Colin Summers with a scamper from 6 out. And the Sharpsville lead, now 22-0.
Very impressive, just using Summers' legs, got a nice seal block on the outside. The offensive line has played very well here in this game. And Sharpsville taking control here, leading 22-0.
63 yards in 2:53. On the touchdown run for Summers, he will now hold with a Campbell kick attempt. Snap is back, kick is up, that's good. And the Sharpsville lead now 23-0. With 20 seconds to go in the 3rd, we'll take a break.
your home for high school football. Sports Radio, 96.7.
Kickstart your summer with one of O'Neill Coffee's delightful new refreshers. These light and fruity drinks are made with all-natural plant-based caffeine that will keep you going all day without the crash. Available either shaken or frozen in 5 amazing flavors. Also, be sure to check out O'Neill Coffee's large selection of gifts for all the dads and grads in your life. From gourmet coffee blends to mugs and cold brew makers, O'Neill Coffee has all the things they love. 14 Fair Street in beautiful West Middlesex. Open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 8 to 1.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Mercer County State Bank. Community-minded just like you. Member FDIC. Visit us online at mcsbank.com. The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
23-0, the Sharpsville lead over Wilmington. Touchdown drive, 5 plays, 63 yards, 6-yard touchdown run for Colin Summers, his second touchdown. Campbell to kick off a line drive kick. And this one going to be fielded by Miller. Miller up the middle, 20, 25, 30s over the field. Makes an air miss at the 40, still on his feet. 45, 50, 45, and down inside the 40-yard line of Sharpsville. Big kick return by Ben Miller. Yeah, big-time kick return by Ben Miller. And now Miller's slow to get up. We had cramped up a little bit earlier. Well, it looks like that's what they may be working on. That's what it does look like, but it's a cramp in both legs. And if you're wondering, still have a quarter to go here. When was the last time Wilmington was shut out in a game? They got shut out last year by Farrell, 54-0. That was the only time that Brandon Fillion team did not score a point. Before that, they were shut out by Sharpsville in the District 10 playoffs in 2014. They actually got shut out by Sharpsville twice that year in 2014. Doesn't happen very often. No. So working on the cramping for Miller after that big kick return. Look at 3-0, the lead for Sharpsville. Next week, Sharpsville will leave the friendly confines of McCracken Field and make the long drive to Titusville to take on the Rockets. Professor Briggs already on his way to that game. Rock, paper, scissors, and rock, paper, scissors, you. That's how it works. Rock, paper, scissors, you. Going to Titusville. And Wilmington will be at home as they host the Greenville Trojans. So we helped Miller off. He worked on the cramping for a while, but he ran the kickoff all the way to the Sharpsville sideline, so they got to do 50 yards across the field to the other side. And then that will put Wilmington down another running back. They lost Nickelin to a knee injury earlier. And then Miller had been seeing the bulk of the work since then. So that should bring Rossi back into the game as a back, and it will. Franco wide out, Miller in a wing left. Book a wing to the right side. Rossi to the left of McConaughey in the shotgun. With 8 seconds to go in the quarter, Millard in motion, they'll hand it to him. Millard gives ground, turns a quarter 40, and will pound inside the 35 down to about the 34. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 3 in the books. It is Sharpsville, 23. Wilmington, nothing. And we are back with the fourth when we return. And LCSportsNet.com and your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7.
The
Before considering investing in a variable annuity, you may want to make sure that you're exhausting the contribution limits of your 401k, IRA, or other qualified retirement plan. In the end, variable annuities are really a value judgment. Call Dave Cash Dollar or Tim Cash Dollar to evaluate whether a variable annuity is right for you at 724-458-5233. Or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA, 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cash Dollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cash Dollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
The final quarter, Wilmington football, second down and 5, and McConaughey takes the snap, tries to go forward, slips and falls short of the 35, so he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2 on the play. And Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg, and by at the studio, Ryan Briggs on stats, James Dotson in the LCSportsNet.com crew shooting video tonight as well, and it's 23-0. Sharpsville over Wilmington as we get in this fourth quarter. Paul Piccarelli has never beaten Brandon Fillion, his son-in-law, 0-6 up to tonight. And up 23-0 in this last quarter. McConaughey back to pass on third down and long. Rolls right, fires over the middle. Pass caught, and then is it dropped on the hit? It's incomplete. Dropped on the hit, not a fumble. Franco had it for a moment. Would have been close to a first down. He may have had it there. And then the ball came free on the hit. Official signal incomplete pass. And then Campbell actually grabbed it. Now he's down, I'm thinking with a cramp. Cramping has been a significant issue, I believe. That's what it is. Yep. Right calf. It could be right knee. We'll wait and see on that one as they're not working that, so we'll try not to speculate any further there. That was a nice pass there for McConaughey. And it looked like it was Franco. Franco had it, and there was a kind of a hit there. He knocked it out, no doubt. I didn't know if there was a chance it could be a catch fumble. And it would have been close to a first down. It might have had enough for it. And Blaze Campbell, the senior, who was at Kennedy, transferred back to Sharpsville. And expected to have a really great contributions to this team, and just hopefully all is okay with the young man. He flat on his back at the 35-yard line. They continue to work on with all the talk left leg, so it might be a little bit cramping in both. With all the talk about the matchup tonight, big stat now is becoming into play is Paul Piccarelli entering tonight's game with 220 wins. He trails Bob Stone on the Mercer County all-time list as Campbell is walking up the field under his own power. But a win tonight by Piccarelli would give him 221. He would then trail Bob Stone by 1 into third place on that county all-time list. Terry Varelli 1, Jim Wildman 2, Bob Stone 3, Paul Piccarelli 4. So Campbell up and off the field under his own power, walking gingerly and definitely the cramping. It's going to be 4th down and 5 here for Wilmington, the 35 of Sharpsville. And 4th down and 6 actually. So need to get inside the 30-yard line. Receivers wide to each side. Book in motion. Miller is back in there. McConaughey rolls up, gets up the middle of a fire pass. It's intercepted. Sharpsville with the pick. I think that's Summers, who continues to have the game of games. Colin Summers with an interception inside Wilmington territory, 40 down on about the 35-yard line on the pick and run. Big pressure up the middle again by Snyder. And the ball floated free, and Summers with a big pick. Yeah, Colin Summers, easy pick there. And he takes it into Wilmington territory down to the 35-yard line. 11:01 to go, 23-0 Sharpsville. They return to the Wilmington 35. That's the fourth Wilmington turnover. Moving right to left in this fourth quarter in the blue uniforms, the Sharpsville Blue Devils leading 23-0. Colin Summers in the shotgun. Hands to Braden Summers. Up the middle, and not much there. To maybe the 34, a gain of a yard. And the ball was, they might have bobbled it there for a little bit, but did not lose it. And Sharpsville, you mentioned, they go to Titusville next week. And then after that, they go to Reynolds on September 9th. And then they go into the meat of their league schedule at Sippy Rock, Greenville, Sharon, Farrell, Grove City, Hickory. So it is a meat grinder. You take a win anytime you can get it. I'm sure Paul Piccarelli, when this game becomes official, will be very happy about that. Jaden White now the back in the set to the right of Summers. Summers takes the snap on 2nd and 9. Back to pass, fires left side. Pass caught. Levis makes a move to the 20, inside the 20. And into the McCandless-Ford Mercer Meadville red zone with a first down catch and run down at about the 18-yard line. Yeah, 16 more yards there for Summers. Another catch for Levis. And we talked about this combo coming into this year with some big expectations, and they have come off to an outstanding start here in 2022. 7 catches, 69 yards for Gary Levis. All-region selection a year ago and looking just as good. In Summers, 16 of 25, 154 yards. 2 receivers stood wide left. Tight end and a wing to the right. Summers in the shotgun. And a handoff up the middle. Short yardage for Jaden White. So a couple yards there for White, his first carry of the game. He's second down, and we'll call it, give him maybe that yard. Maybe a second yard. Give him something. He went forward, maybe not a full yard, but he get credit for a yard there. Clock down to 8:50, Sharpsville 23-0. Sharpsville fans in front of us, and you can hear that excitement in the crowd. Miley going wide to the right. Waylon Campbell also going wide to the right. Near side is Levis. And Summers in the shotgun. Rolls right. Quick pop pass right side. Caught by Braden Summers. As Colin had to get rid of it. Ben Miller again on pressure. Got rid of it just in time. And as Braden turned around, the ball was right there with his face mask. Got his hands up just in time to make the catch. And get yardage down to near the 15. Let's see if it. Where is that? Just inside the 15. About the 14, it looks like. Far hash, about the 14-yard line. 17th completion of the game for Colin Summers. Clock runs, 7:49 to go. Sharpsville now being more deliberate, taking their time in and out of the huddle. And 3 receivers to the right. Now 2 more of those will move to the left, and Sharpsville will take a timeout because they've got players all over the place. Timeout, Sharpsville will take the break as well. 7:37 to go in the game. 23-0. Sharpsville leads Wilmington. Back with more in a moment on lcsportsnet.com and your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
There's more than taking from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my rated on-air insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Your insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers. Your insurance company, your insurance property and casualty company, the Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices here in Pennsylvania.
Roofing, Siding, Windows, and Gutter Installer.
Back here, Mark Slazak, Bob Greenberg, Ryan Briggs on stats. 23-0 the lead for Sharpsville over Wilmington. And you mentioned been 6 games of the matchup between Brandon Fillion of Wilmington, Paul Piccarilli of Sharpsville, and all 6 matchups have gone to Wilmington. In the words of the interview tonight, the interviews we've seen from Paul Piccarilli, boy, as he was very excited about this year's team, this Sharpsville team, and the speed that they have, and the quarterback ability of Colin Summers. And everything he said, and again, sometimes you run into it, is it coach speak? It is gospel tonight. Everything he said has been spot on, and no one would argue. Here's 3rd down and 6 from the 9-yard line. Summers, back to pass. Flips it out left side, intended for Braden Summers, and it's incomplete. Thought for a second that maybe it was a backward pass. Actually, the 14 mark, the scoreboard's wrong. Sorry, from the 14-yard line. And now 4th down. And 4th down and 6 from the 14. And they're going to kick a field goal here. Liam Campbell, what do we got here? 20, about 22? 21. 21-yard line, so a 31-yard field goal attempt. Go to our left. Summers to hold. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is high enough. Kick is long enough. And it is wide right there. And no good on the 23-yard attempt. So a tough miss there for Campbell, and Sharpsville will turn the ball over after the missed field goal to Wilmington with 7:26 to go, leading 23-0. So they're going to get the Wilmington offense back out there. It's not been a smooth operation by any means for the Wilmington offense tonight. Had some injuries early, cramping issues as well. And this have not been able to do much against a very speedy Sharpsville defense. McConaughey will drop back into a shotgun set with Miller on his left. And will hand to Milliron, who sweeps from behind the formation, crosses the 20, and dives out to about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line there. We'll see where they put the ball down. Pick up about 2 on the play, I think. After the missed field goal, the ball goes to the 20. Right. That's anywhere where you kick it. If you get it to the end zone, the ball goes to the 20, no matter where it's from. Not like NFL, where they'll spot the ball where you have it. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. We're going to have 3 on the play. From the 23-yard line, McConaughey with Miller to his left. Booker wing on the right side, low snap, quick pass, left side, caught by Milliron. He'll stutter step, and he'll move across the 25 and out to about the 27. 3rd down now for Wilmington as clock continues to wind. They're down 23-0. 3rd and 4. Booker wing to the right side. Crestina is tight on that right side. 2 receivers left. Miller, the fullback, to the left of McConaughey. McConaughey, low snap, picks it up, runs to the right, not much going there. The play kind of blew up with the snap, but we might have a late hit in there, and the flag comes in. Yeah, late hit there. That could be... We'll see what that's all about. The run, Wilmington was short. Lost a yard or so on 3rd down. Dead ball. Personal foul will go against Sharpsville, so 1st down via penalty for Wilmington. And with 5:57 to go in the game, I want to remind you, O'Neill Coffee, player of the game, lock, stock, and barrel, play of the game. The coach's interview, final scoring, final stats. And we'll wrap up week number 1 here of high school football tonight from the Pines in Sharpsville. With the ball out to the 37-yard line, 1st down and 10. for Wilmington. And McConaughey will hand off to Miller, but there's just no room there. And Miller going to lose yardage on the play. That hit immediately in that shotgun formation, so lost about 4, maybe 5 yards there. About 4. It's Charlie Cornatio. Is that right? No, you're not even close. Cornatio. Well, you were kind of close. That was close. That's the Charlie part. That was the other part with the tackle there. Odd wide to the right is Book. Wings to each side. Traditional wing tee set, McConaughey under center. Quick throw, right side, and it's over the head of Book and out bounds. I mean, if you have a name spelled very difficult to read, don't blame me for mispronouncing it the first time. It's not easy. Cornatio. I won't mess it up again. You will. Yes, you wrote it down. Even you wrote it down anyway. It's Cornatio. Charlie. He goes by Charlie. The program says Fitzgerald, but we're told he goes by Charlie. You get a lot of time there, Charlie. Good job. 3rd out of 14. It wouldn't be a big deal if I didn't go over all these pronunciations with you before the game, so you don't mess them up. You do good with the numbers, I'll give you credit for that. 3 receivers to the right. Quick throw on 3rd down and 14. Caught by Miller. Bangs off a couple of tackles. Flag comes down. No set his feet. He's across the 40. And you'll see where they mark him. He got out to cross the 45. He's kind of close to the first down, but there's a flag behind the play. So we might have a blocking issue way back at the 31. Yeah, it's a nice play there. Tough run by Miller. He picked up about 13 on the play. Close to a first down. Be a little bit short of the first down. And officials will confirm. And it's a hold against Wilmington. And the flag is way back at the 31, so we get the spot foul, 10 from there. Being told Charlie actually is from America Samoa. Nice, and there's a brother on the roster as well. Antonio, but he goes by Miller, I guess. Antonio Cornatio, but he goes by Miller. So Miller and Charlie, yeah. Instead of the other names. So Charlie's a senior, Miller is a sophomore. And the ball going to roll all the way back to about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. 3rd down now and 30. McConaughey, the quarterback. Miller on his left hip. 3 receivers stacked that left side. Crastina tight on the right end. A little screen right side. Crastina couldn't hang on. Drop the football. Incomplete. 4th down. 4:45 to go in this one. Sharpsville 23, Wilmington nothing. Yeah, really. Going into this game, you start thinking about the comparisons and these Sharpsville speed and some of their size up front has really caused problems tonight for Wilmington. This Wilmington offense will get better. There's no question about that. Losing Micklin did not help. Yeah. So set to punt, the 3rd punt from inside the 5-yard line from McConaughey. Spire is going to hit near midfield, take a nice Wilmington bounce, and roll to the 40-yard line of Sharpsville. So a good kick by McConaughey from inside the 5. And Sharpsville will get it back over. I think what jumps out to me in this one is just the dominance of the defense in the second half, especially by Sharpsville. And there'll be a lot of talk, and rightfully so, about the Sharpsville offense led by Colin Summers, who's had a spectacular game. But the Sharpsville defense right now on their way to pitching a shutout against Wilmington is a rarity. Does not happen very often. Flag going to come in, too many on the field. Nothing you could do when that extra guy has to run right past the official to get to the sideline. Yeah, and he wasn't going out wide left. He was going all the way to the bench, and Flag came in. Week 2, some interesting games. Reynolds and Mercer won in Region 1, both coming off big wins. Too many men on the field, a legal substitution. And that Greenville coming to Wilmington, another league game. So back up Sharpsville 5, put the ball. And of course, back to the 35. The headline of them all will be Farrell and Ursuline. Yeah. On the new field. On the new field. Talking about a big crowd. Tonight was a big crowd. I would imagine that would be a huge crowd. 2 receivers to the right. First and 15, Summers. And Braden Summers to his left. Shotgun snap, hand to Braden, up the middle, 40, 45, turns a corner, 50, 45, 40, still on his feet, cut back near the 30, and he slips and falls. Well, this is an element of the offense that hasn't really been exploited tonight. But when Braden Summers runs, he's not so bad, and that could be big. And you've got a couple other guys that we've talked about and seen run the ball too. So it's been a pass-heavy offense, but they've run the ball as well. Yeah, when Colby Johnson gets healthy and he's on this offense, going to add even more speed. 34-yard run there for Braden Summers. 28 passes, 23 runs. 2 receivers to the right. First and 10 from the 31. And to the right side, Summers going to run it. He'll cut it up the field inside the 30 and down near the 26. We're getting about 5 there on the run for Colin Summers. Clock continues to run down to 3:40 to go. And what looks like it will be an opening night win for Sharpsville, breaking the long Wilmington opening week win streak. 2007 was the last time Wilmington lost on opening day. That 14-year streak was the longest active streak in our area. 2 receivers right, Wing and a tight end to the left. Summers hands on his hips as he waits for the back judge to put up the hand. Summers takes the snap, hands to Braden Summers. Up the middle, big hole, 25, 20, 15, and he's down inside the 10. He's down inside the 5-yard line, actually right to the 5, maybe the 6. It's first and goal, Sharpsville as they are get in. The McCandless forward, Mercer, and need no red zone. What a night for the Summers brothers. You could say it's a Summers night, if you wanted to. Braden Summers hits the 100-yard mark on that carry. 11 carries, 100. Colin Summers, 11 carries, 93. 2 receivers right. Wing and a tight end left. Colin Summers in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands to Braden Summers. Braden Summers is inside the 5 and down to about the 4-yard line. We get to that end of the field, far end of the field, the lines are kind of faded. I miscalled one that looked like it was closer to the goal line earlier. About 6 or 7 Sharpsville fans. They put their hands up, touchdown, but just inside the 5. One more line to go down there. Levis will go wide right wing, right side as well. You're not blaming your aging eyes on that? No, it is aging eyes, but that line is kind of faded way down there. High snap goes over the head of Summers, runs back and gets it, and now gets gang tackled by about 6 Greyhounds. Back at about the 10-yard line. Well, a couple times we've seen a tough exchange in the shotgun snap. At that time, Summers tracked it down, but lost yardage. Down to minute 23 to go, and this one will be 3rd down and goal from the 8. Yeah, maybe closer to 9. We'll see where that ball is. I'm sure that'll be something that Lenny Grandy and Paul Piccarelli will work on. Not happy about some of the mistakes they've had in the red zone. But not going to show about the 9-yard line. 3rd goal from the 9. Minute to go. Summers in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands to Braden Summers. Struggles forward, dragging tacklers down again near the 5. And the clock down to 44 seconds to go. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 5. No field goal needed this time. And they might just take a knee here. I think they will. Clock down to 24. Yeah, no reason to score now. Clock down to 19. Summers waiting for the back judge. Summers takes the snap, takes a knee, and that's going to do it. Good. Well, it's not going to do it just yet. We've got to wait because now we've got to switch. The clock will stop. The clock stops on change of possession. So we're down to 10 seconds. So Wilmington will have a play to run. But the Sharpsville Blue Devils open at home with a big win, leading 23-0 with just 10 seconds to go. Colin Summers coming down in front of the crowd, waving his arms, and celebrating with the home crowd. They don't have to pump them up at this point. They're plenty pumped. Yeah, no question about that. Big night here in Sharpsville. One of the bigger wins in recent memory. McConaughey turning, hands off up the middle. A run by Milliron. Milliron with the short run, and that's going to do it. Zeros on the board. Final score, Sharpsville 23, Wilmington 0. And the Sharpsville Blue Devils snapped the Wilmington 14-game opening day win streak. And Paul Piccarelli also beats his son-in-law, bringing Philly for the first time. He was 0-6 before tonight.
I don't think so.
We'll take a break. We're back with post-game. We'll have words from the field. Bob will have the coaches and our player of the game. Stay with us. Final game, Sharpsville 23, Wilmington 0. This has been high school football here on your home for sports. This is Sports Radio 96.7.
Convenient way to take your medications from the Medicine Shop in Hermitage with Scriptease, your meds easy as 1, 2, 3. The Medicine Shop in Hermitage provides you with the industry's best solution to manage your health care and medications. For more information, contact the Medicine Shop.
Check. Check. You need to get your radio out, because this is very soft.
At hermitagems.com.
The separation of service from employment will often present these options. 1, a rollover. 2, leave in the plan. Or 3, cash out. To explore your options, please call Dave Cashdollar.
Like 4-yard runs.
What do you play with? Which one do you want to do for play? So he needs it for his play.
Oh, I don't know. Don't worry about it. You figure yourself out. Hey, Bob, I'm gonna take.
We'll come up with it.
I'll post the link. Yeah.
What do you think? Play it again. They're all like short plays. First Summers touchdown. Let's go.
That, or let's see here.
I was looking at this earlier thinking everything is like, it was just a solid win with nothing really. A lot of times I give it to the first score a lot, so.
I was trying to think of like one of those turnovers, like right after they turned it over, hit it right back maybe. Like I was really
The back-to-back.
Could have had the
fumble recovery, Blaze Knight.
Or Knight's interception. Remember that off the tip? Johnson got a hand on it down here.
Because at that point it's 10-0, and he got the pick.
And they were in
at the 34.
All right,
territory. We'll go with that. Blaze Knight in the second quarter, yeah.
Blaze Knight, second.
Interception in the second quarter. So we can combine them, 2 of them.
I know.
We're back here. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. And we have a win for the Sharpsville Blue Devils by a score of 23-0 over Wilmington tonight. Sharpsville on the board in the first quarter on a touchdown. Actually had the first quarter on a field goal, Liam Campbell of 28 yards. 3-0 after one. Sharpsville adds a touchdown to the Colin Summers 4-yard run. The Campbell kick to make it 10-0. That was a 10-play drive, 84 yards, 6 minutes. A big drive to make it 10-0, and that's where we were at half. In the third, Summers with a 4-yard run. This time Braden Summers, his first touchdown run of the year to give them a 16-0 lead. Colin Summers with a 6-yard touchdown run just before the end of the third to make it 23-0. And that's how it ended. A couple of big takeaways by the Blue Devils as well. Fumble recovery by Scarvell. Blaze Knight with an interception in the second quarter. Knight with a fumble recovery in the third. Colin Summers an interception in the fourth quarter. Teams meeting respectively, and the Big Red marching band going to perform as well. And we'll get to Bob Greenberg in a moment, as he'll be down on the field with Paul Piccarilli as Paul talks to his team. So a little bit of everything. A festive night here in Sharpsville. The Blue Devils celebrating this good ball.
Can't lose your son-in-law your whole life, so now I can rest a little bit easier.
Boy, your team looked very good here tonight, led by your dynamic quarterback, Colin Summers.
Yeah, that's what we're going to count on all year. The passing game opens up a running game, and defensively we fly to the ball. We gave them many opportunities down on their side of the field, and they took care of business.
You talked a lot in preseason about the speed of this team. Boy, I saw it here firsthand tonight.
Yeah, we got the fastest team I've had, I think, since we won state. Not that we're going to win state, but it's nice to have speed, because you can't compete in this league the way everybody throws the ball without it.
Defense shutting out Wilmington is not an easy thing to do. It doesn't happen very often.
No, not in our lifetime at least. So very proud of the kids. It's only one game. I know their best running back went out early, and I know that took a toll on them. When you don't have a lot of backups, it's very difficult. But they do a great job with what they have, and I'm sure probably in the playoffs we'll meet them again.
Big crowd here tonight. This is what it's all about.
This is high school football at its best. So we got 1 week off without returning back to this Mercer County League. So hopefully, we have a good game next week, and then Reynolds in 2 weeks, and they're very good for a team. Very good.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough stretch, but enjoy this one tonight.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Bye, Volley.
Congratulations, Paul Piccarilli. Now to our O'Neill Coffee Player of the Game, Colin Summers.
Thank you.
Congratulations, young man.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what this game means to you and your program. Obviously, this is a big stepping stone you guys got over tonight.
Yeah, our coach, he's 0-6 against them. It made me mad. I wanted to win. Yeah, I wanted to end that streak. So, yeah, we came out here, played our hardest. We got that win.
What's the difference this year from this year's team from last year's team in your mind?
We're more involved in, the throwing game. We threw a lot against Wilmington last year, but we got a lot of players. We can spread the field around. My brother in the backfield, he's good. I can run the ball. We got 4 solid receivers who can catch the ball. Yeah, we spread the field out.
That third quarter, you got hit a few times. You lost your helmet, went on the sidelines. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was playing a rough game. I'm going up the middle. I'm getting gang tackled. All of a sudden, my helmet gets flying off. And then I'm running down the sideline. I catch a cramp mid-run. I was out for a few minutes. I'm all good.
This has to feel great considering last year you didn't get the chance to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I've never played in the playoffs in high school, so I'm hoping I can get one here and make a good run.
The playoff atmosphere here tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, great atmosphere. There's a lot of people here. Only local game this week. Only game on Saturday, too, so a lot of people shut out here.
And you got to be excited about this league you're playing in. You're playing all the teams in our area.
Yeah, everyone. It's all back to how it was back in the day, so it's a hard region.
Colin Summers, congratulations, our O'Neill Coffee Player of the Game.
Thank you.
All right, that's it from the field, Mark. Back up to you.
Thank you very much, Bob Greenberg. Final score in this one, Sharpsville 23, Wilmington 0. West Middlesex Band performing in the background here. Post-game in Sharpsville. Sharpsville with a win. We're back with more post-game. We return
On your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7. Okay. It's a little wild right now in postgame. It's a little wild right now in postgame. You have any numbers? You have the numbers on Summers real quick? But no, I didn't do the script yet. I have the thing, so don't worry about it.
Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Kickstart your summer with one of O'Neill Coffee's delightful new refreshers. These light and fruity drinks are made with all-natural plant-based caffeine that will keep you going all day without the crash. Available either shaken or frozen in 5 amazing flavors. Also, be sure to check out O'Neill Coffee's large selection of gifts for all the dads and grads in your life. From gourmet coffee blends to mugs and cold brew makers, O'Neill Coffee has all the things they love. 14 Fair Street in beautiful West Middlesex. Open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 8 to 1.
The fifth quarter show is brought to you by O'Neill.
Just to us or to everyone?
1951. And proud supporters of the playing of the game.
We're back here, Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. And it's a final score of 23-0, Sharpsville over Wilmington. Oh, what a festive night it has been. And the West Middlesex band rocking it here at postgame. Everybody's still in their seats. The Sharpsville team still on the sideline enjoying as well. Great night here. Great atmosphere at Sharpsville. And the Blue Devils win at 23-0.
Yeah, no question about it. You heard from Coach Piccarelli and you heard from Colin Summers. That 0-6 mark, that was on their shoulders, on their minds, and on their backs. And obviously a ton of respect between the programs. But as Coach Pick said, you never want to lose your son-in-law every time. Right. So tonight obviously feels very, very good. And it was great also. Longtime assistant coach Chunky Baker came out on the golf cart, and he's having some health issues. Came out and surprised the team in the post-game huddle, and that was really cool to see.
Yeah, he was up here for a while in the press box watching. So all good, and a Sharpsville win 23-0. Bob, you got some numbers?
Final numbers here in this game. Big night for the Blue Devils. They were led by, on the ground, Braden Summers, 13 carries for 106 yards and a touchdown. Colin Summers, 12 carries, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns. Colin Summers, 17 of 27 passing, 158 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Gary Levis, 7 receptions for 69 yards. Braden Summers, 5 for 37. Blaze Campbell, 2 for 14. Killian Whalen, 1 for 20. Dalton Byerly, 1 for 11. Blaze Knight, 1 for 7. Also for the Blue Devils on the team side, they had 20 first downs. They were penalized 9 times for 75 yards. They held the ball for 27 minutes and 39 seconds overall. Sharpsville, 206 yards rushing, 158 yards passing, 364 yards tonight on 57 plays for the Sharpsville Blue Devils. For Wilmington, they were led by Ben Miller, 11 carries for 89 yards. Tuck McConaughey, 9 for 13. Ty Milliron, 4 for 11. Tyler Nicholin, before he got hurt, had 6 for 1 yard. McConaughey was 2 of 11 passing for -2 yards, 2 interceptions. Overall for Wilmington, they had 4 first downs, 114 yards rushing.
finished with 42 plays tonight, 112 total yards for the Wilmington Greyhounds, and they held the ball for 20 minutes and 21 seconds. O'Neill Coffee, please present the Player of the Game award to Colin Summers. 12 carries, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17 of 27 passing, 158 as Bob mentioned. In conjunction with Sports Radio 96.7 winner Colin Summers as Player of the Game. We picked up a customized t-shirt from 2 J's and a B's, custom printing and gifts on East State Street in Hermitage as the Player of the Game. Money also placed in the front of the name of Colin Summers at the end of the sports season. We'll have one student athlete to win the O'Neill Coffee Student Athlete Scholarship Award. Check out details at sportsradio967.com. Congratulations to Colin Summers, as he is the O'Neill Coffee Player of the Game. O'Neill Coffee Player of the Game, powered by Landmark Information Services, the place for all your website and social media design needs.
And Colin knew he was going to be Player of the Game because when I went down to the field, he came up to me and said, "Hi, how you doing, Mr. Greenberg?" I said,
"Maybe he's just being a person."
No, I understand that, but I knew, Colin, you're the guy tonight. There's no doubt about it. Made our job easy, to say the least.
Let's go to our lock, stock, and barrel Player of the Game. Not a lot of big touchdown plays, but there was a defensive play early. Like, it was touchdowns, there were field goals, but a big defensive play early. In the second quarter, with the game still kind of in the balance at 10-0, Blaze Knight with a big interception at the Sharpsville 34-yard line. That's going to be our lock, stock, and barrel Play of the Game. We actually had another fumble recovery later in the game. Big defensive game for Knight with that second quarter interception. Our Play of the Game as lock, stock, and barrel and Sports Radio 96.7 honored Blaze Knight with that play. We'll have money placed in the front in the name of Blaze Knight. At the end of the season, we'll have a Play of the Year from the top plays. And the Net Football program gets a cash donation from Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Check out the plays at sportsradio967.com. Congratulations, Blaze Knight. Your second quarter interception in the game was just 10-0. It was a big play. Big enough to be the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game powered by Landmark Information Services, the place for all your website and social media design needs.
And that's going to conclude it here for